Young children should not view this content under any circumstances, even if supervised by a parent or guardian. The views and opinions expressed, including the depictions of persons of color and members of the LGBTQA+ community, do not reflect any official policy or position of the U.S. government.
You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Sunni and Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, Don on the beat.
I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups.
so many ups.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Ay, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
What's up? What's up, guys? Studio and Mo are back. Not like we ever left. We back. We got a special show for you tonight. We're super excited. It's kind of a serious topic show. We got two little warm up topics that we're gonna do beforehand. This is kind of a serious topic show. But it's definitely a big story, and we hope to see a large turnout tonight to watch it. Yeah,
I hope so.
we have a guest. We have a guest as well, Mr. Bryce. I'm sorry, Ben Henson. You said Ben Henson is going to be joining us, and he is with the SoCal Parents Advocate. He is the founder of that. He's based in San Diego, California, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about what has been going on at the Temecula Valley School Board district meetings. Okay, if you guys haven't heard, Pastor Brian Hawkins, and I say Pastor lightly. I say Pastor lightly.
You want to know what I call him?
What?
Lying Brian.
Lying Brian.
Brian.
I've heard Pastor Brian Smollett. That's another one I've heard.
Yeah, have you heard Impasta?
Impastor. That's my favorite. Listen.
Imposter Brian. They're dropping all the names for him in the chat.
Oh yeah, keep dropping them, y'all. I need to see the names you guys have come out for Pastor Brian. And if you don't know about the Pastor Brian incident, we're gonna catch you up on what that incident is when we talk about it with our guest. But it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. Shout out to everybody in the chat saying hello to us. We got some people saying already hello to our guest. We got some people saying hello to Brian in a certain type of way. Hey, he might be watching.
Probably, yeah.
Because he's watching everything we do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's watching his friends. Shout! Everybody say hi in the comments to Mitch, Johnny,
Hi, Lying Brian.
Yeah, say hi to Mitch, Johnny, and Brian. They're probably watching to see what this whole...
Professor. Who else? Professor.
Yeah.
Savory.
Let me just scrape the bottom of the barrel and I can come up.
Exactly. But you know who else had so many ops? Jesus. And we all knew we would face persecution one day. So this is something that Christians should come to expect.
Absolutely.
In fact, you should embrace it. You should embrace the fact that you are persecuted because we're persecuted in his name. That's why I'm happy. That's why none of this stuff bothers me.
Right.
It'll bother me for a day, and then I wake up the next day like, all right, who we triggering today? Let's go.
Right. That's why I have a shirt on today that says Jesus is my savior.
Lit.
Not Trump.
Not Trump.
Not Trump. Jesus. Who else is hated? Who's got so many ops? Loza Alexander's got so many ops. If you guys have not heard it, he dropped his song Bad Blood today. We want to give it a shout out because it was
actually an awesome dope song.
It was an awesome song. Go to his channel and check it out. Give it some love because you know Loza, y'all. Loza's not going to shut up until we acknowledge that he is the #1 rapper in the world. He's not going to stop until we acknowledge that he is better than Bryson Gray. Okay,
which
he
will
is
never
the
happen.
#1 MAGA rapper. But you know, Loza recently came down with cancer. He had a blood cancer called leukemia. And he found out yesterday that he is officially in remission. So praise God for that. Suni, I think, is going to play the song a little bit here.
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
letting people know this is where you go. This is where you find the song.
yeah,
Please go
yeah.
stream it.
Don't play the song because who was that kid? Loza don't got a kid that. Wait, who was that kid?
I don't even know.
Okay, well, we're not gonna play his song because last time we played song of his, even though we're great friends with Loza and he loves us and he even mentions me and Suni in the song, he hasn't taken down the copyright on the last time we played his song, and he said it's because the label has full control of that. So whatever. We love you,
Whatever.
Loza. We love you, Loza. Anyways,
Can I ask you a question?
you can ask me whatever
Because
you
you
want.
mentioned Trump. Did you hear
Yeah.
that Trump won't be in handcuffs? Did you hear that?
He won't? Is he gonna get a mugshot?
No, he will not be mugshotted, nor will he be handcuffed.
You know why? Because they know that that's what he wants. He needs that. He needs that mugshot picture. He needs the shot of him being taken away in handcuffs. He needs it.
Yes, because they handed him this election on a silver platter.
Right. By
He doesn't have to do
indicting him.
much else, dude.
Yeah. By
He just
indicting
simply
him.
has to exist.
I agree. Shout out to President Trump for securing his reelection. I
Shout out.
I am a Trump supporter. I will be voting for Trump, even though now my vote's really not going to matter because he's got it in the bag, pretty much. Thank you. Thanks to the Democrats in the swamp. He's got it in the bag. Okay. But yeah, he's going to get, I think his arraignment or whatever it's going to be is on Tuesday. Not arraignment. Is that the word?
Of course,
Indictment.
Tuesday is their favorite day. Last time he was going to be arrested on Tuesday. Now hey.
Yeah.
I'm not
Whatever.
addressing you Q-tards today. You can get a response from me tomorrow, but today it's just not happening. So allegedly, he's going to be facing about 30 counts in New York grand jury indictments, but the exact charges are still under seal.
Yeah.
Meaning we don't know, and they'll be revealed once they arraign him. I don't know what the heck they're digging up on this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. This is Russiagate 2.0.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say it now.
Yeah.
And be done with it.
He really
it's
is.
Russiagate 2.0.
He really is Teflon Don. I mean, seriously. He really is. The man has gotten every possible bullet, arrow, barb that could be, that one person can take. And the man is still
Seriously.
going. I mean, if you didn't respect him before, you got to respect him now. Come on, Suni.
I'm gonna shut up. Hey,
No,
shout out to Andrew Tate, who just got up out his bid. Welcome home.
We're still going to be critical of Trump, of course. I mean, that's just part of it. But you have to acknowledge the man is like the most like attacked man in all history, and you got to wonder.
I think I take that, bro.
Why?
I'm
You do
kidding.
what?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
You do what? Is Judy here? Is
Judy is here? Judy.
Cue it. Cue it. Cue it. Cue it.
Judy, big booty Judy. What? Big Judy, big booty Judy. Big booty, big Judy, big booty Judy. Stop, I wanna see you move. Yeah. Big booty Judy, big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy.
God bless them. I love those women. I love
God
those
bless
women.
those women.
And we love Big Booty Judy. Welcome, Big Booty Judy. Thank you to everybody who's shouting her out in the comments. We would not be a show if it wasn't for Judy and her big old booty.
Hey, I have to
I'll
read
say-
this, and then we got to talk about Tickety Talk. You have
Yeah.
the screenshots for TikTok, right? You have to pull those up.
What screenshots for TikTok? You didn't prep me for this.
I didn't.
No. Are they
all
in
the
our
people,
WhatsApp?
all the people who were for. Okay, let's just do this first. I
Uh-huh.
just caught Mo off guard. That's funny.
Yeah.
Listen. Please stop blaspheming Jesus. Okay, please. You see 30 counts like Jesus was 39 years old when he was charged with 30 gold clout coins. And on the 33rd day of the 30th month of the year, I am so hoping that you are trolling me and you're trolling the Q-tards.
This is the guy that always comes in our comments and trolls. He's the guy that puts
Okay.
funny stuff. Remember last show? We love you.
This is not real.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right.
I
He's
was
here.
about to
Listen,
say.
he'll say some random stuff in the comments. So let's just move on. Anyways, what were you saying about TikTok? Yeah, he said I'm trolling. That's what he said.
Okay. They're wanting to ban TikTok, right? And conservatives are like, no, you can't ban TikTok. That's government overreach. No, no. And then I was like, but y'all was okay with it when Trump was in office.
Right.
So which one is it? Do you want to ban TikTok or do you want to keep TikTok?
Right.
Because I don't. It just bothers me. Y'all are so flip floppy, and nobody called you out on your crap.
Yeah. And you know what else is like, and see, this is the other, going back to our show topic last week of our beef with some of these influencers, they were all on board with the banning of TikTok, right? Which I think TikTok is crap. I know you love the platform of TikTok, and like, yes, there is funny stuff there, but it's crap. And it's, you know, there's nothing but a bunch of garbage on there. But to ban it for the reasons of China, 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 it's like, hello, you're holding your phone in your hand, you know, like everything we touch and do and go, and there's cameras everywhere. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Like, if we're going to start. Exactly. Nobody wants to give up their phone, though, right? But it's funny because the influencers who were all pro banning TikTok are now, you know, regurgitating the same message of, no, we can't ban TikTok. They want to take our rights away. And, you know, since when do we listen to the government and what they want to do? I was like, what? Like, which I agree. I agree with all that. But what I find is funny, and we're trying to teach you guys to cue into this, is pay attention to how these people flip flop back and forth.
Yes, dude. Even Trump, look, Trump said this is July 31st, 2020. For anybody who wants to go reference this article, okay? Trump says, I have that authority to ban TikTok. I can do it with executive order or that. I'm not sure what he means by that. Oh, it says referring to emergency economic powers. Trump had no problem banning the TikTok app in the United States. It's like, what? How come y'all weren't freaking out when Trump said, let's ban it? Why?
Right.
We are banning them from the United States because of China. Okay? I'm just waiting for the follow-up.
Right. No, I know. It's just funny to me. It's funny. It's
And then I'm not gonna say no names. And then you had the nerve to say, nah, forget it. TikTok goes bye-bye because my views don't look right. What? Not the fact that it's a Chinese spyware app, but because you didn't get your 10,000 extra views. I'm done.
No, or because TikTok banned your channel altogether because you posted something, and now you're pro ban TikTok, right? Remember when people hated Twitter? Remember when people hated Twitter, and then now they're like, yay Twitter because Elon, yay Twitter because Trump's back on Twitter. Now everybody, it's
look, First Amendment has been restored in America.
Yeah, yay, good job, Patriots. Hey, was there an earthquake? Where are you at, Mikey? Earthquake.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's
I want
funny.
to play that graphic I made because that's very telling of what we're about to discuss.
Yeah.
And not too long here.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have it up here.
You don't have it up?
I don't. You can talk, introduce our guests, and I'll do it on the back end.
Yeah, let's do that. So, and we'll bring him in. Well, you know, he can join in this conversation, then we can move into that. But yeah, so as I said to you guys before, I wanted to introduce Ben to you guys. We met Ben. I think when we started to post about all this stuff that was going on at the Temecula School Board, he messaged, I think he started following one of us. I think it was either you or me from like a live. And we started talking to him and saw that he was part of this group called SoCal Parent Advocates, and they're basically not just involved in this particular situation, but he's just an advocate altogether. To his mission is to push back against critical race theory, obviously, radical gender ideology, vaccines, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, and mask tyranny in our schools. So he's really an advocate for the kids in the schools. Now, originally, Suni and I wanted to interview some of the people that were at this actual event, which we have been in contact with them, and we still remain in contact with them. But unfortunately, because Pastor Brian has continued to perpetuate this narrative of this like racial, issue of a big, tall, scary white man attacking a young Black girl, the story just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and there's more to it. There's a group that is working daily, okay, to dox not just the people that were directly involved, but they're literally going through video footage and pulling up anybody that they can identify, and they're doxing those people, the kids involved with those families, their addresses, their phone numbers, what they do on a daily basis. I mean, these people are batshit crazy. Okay. That's like the only way I can put it. They are batshit crazy, and they are making these people's lives a living hell. So they were afraid to come on with us and speak. And luckily, Ben was like, I'll come on. Like, I've been kind of like in the face of this for a while. And he's had some experiences with Pastor Brian. So we're gonna bring him on without any further ado so you guys can meet him. Ben, welcome to the show.
Hi, Mo and Suni, and hi to all your followers. How are you? How's my sound? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound perfect. You look good.
Great. Well, thank you for having me on. And first of all, I want to extend a special thank you. I'll probably say it a couple more times to both of you for helping us parents in Temecula elevate this insane conflict that's going on there. So you both have been instrumental in getting this word out to, basically people with a lot more reach. So thank you very much for everything you've done.
Yeah, we definitely are happy to help in any way. You and all the other people that have reached out to us. I mean, it's crazy the stories that we've been getting from everybody, and like at the heart of it, like how this is impacting everybody on a personal level is just crazy. I know I gave you kind of like a really short intro, but go ahead and tell our listeners what it is you do exactly.
Okay, so I'm here in a capacity as just a regular guy. I'm a parent. I have two little children, and I'm based in San Diego. And actually, coming up in April is going to be my year anniversary, where my kids who are in San Diego Unified, I discovered that they're in elementary school. And this elementary school set up what I call an elementary school lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer club. Now, every time I say this, I always have to put out immediately, I'm not anti-club, I'm not anti-LGB or any of that stuff. I have always, from the very beginning, just wanted to know if my little 6-year-olds would show up at this club because it would be held at lunch. To make a long story short, I went all the way to the top from the principal all the way up to the school board, and they refused to notify me or any of the other parents just if they showed up, not only that club or to any other club. So to wrap up kind of how I got activated and how I became here now is that I started unpacking and uncovering just like you all did, right? Because my story is your story, just like all of our followers. We have this time where we just start unpacking what's going on in the schools and this radical leftist indoctrination that's happening.
Yeah.
So I ended up making this organization. It started out as just an Instagram troll account, SoCal Parent Advocates. And basically what we do here within the Southern California region, we're based out of San Diego. Our mission statement is to expose, challenge, and resist radical gender ideology, critical race theory, and vaccine and mass tyranny in our schools. We can't say that because they're going to
You
shout.
did better than me. You did better than
Yeah,
me. I told
yeah,
you not to say it, and then I said it.
so that's basically what we do here in SoCal Parent Advocates, and where we kind of intersect in Temecula, because that's in our purview. And Temecula is on the front lines of the CRT battle in the schools.
And why are they on the front lines because of this recent incident, because of it going viral? I mean, this isn't the first time something like this has happened at a school board meeting, right? Like, not to this exact scenario, but there's been blowups
No.
at school board meetings.
So to give kind of the 30,000 foot view to your viewers, they are on the front lines because they those brave parents up there, they voted in a majority, whether you call it conservative or pro-parent, whatever you want to call it, school board. And that school board, 3-2, three on us, 2 on the opposition, they enacted a resolution, quote unquote, banning critical race theory. And I just want to show your viewers here, because I'm sure we have a lot of detractors that are here. And one of the things that we have been seeing from the left is that they are arguing that that resolution is banning the teaching of Black history, and it's a white supremacist, racist resolution, and that is everything from the truth. It's furthest from the truth. So just to give y'all a quick rundown, what they did first is they have 2 resolutions. And the first resolution up there was a resolution condemning racism. And the normal language within this package of resolution was racism has no place in society. It's hurtful to individuals, et cetera, et cetera. And you can all look this up. It's all open source. And that school board will not tolerate racism. So I was up there, I think this was December, when they held this board meeting, which was very contentious. This was in December, the most insane board meeting that I had ever been to. It went from 6 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. and the leftists there were pissed. And they didn't like that our board members were voting yes on this resolution, because their argument was that they don't teach critical race theory anyway. So just real quick to kind of wrap up what this resolution is about. If you look up here, sorry, I'm new to OBS because I'm a content creator now, you know what I mean? But if you look up here to the actual resolution that bans critical race theory, it makes a lot of sense. And people will say that it's racist and it's banning Black history and banning teaching about slavery, and that's furthest from the truth. I mean, you just have to read it. I'm not a smart man, Jenny. I'm not a lawyer, but all this is in about a couple pages, and it's really easy to read. For instance, critical race theory shouldn't be used as a source to guide how topics are taught. And if you go down here, this is kind of the meat and potatoes of this resolution. So other people will ask, what is critical race theory in some sort of argumentative form? You can actually kind of find this here on the resolution. And what we're saying up in Temecula is that we don't want our children to be taught that they are an oppressor or oppressed based on the color of their skin. We don't want people to be discriminated against or receive adverse treatment due to their race or sex. And we don't want people to feel discomfort, guilt, or anguish, or any form of psychological distress on account of their race or sex. So to wrap up kind of what's in this resolution, and you need to tell the detractors to read this resolution. You can still teach critical race theory per this resolution, as long as it's actually in a course in which they say, hey, we're going to start teaching critical race theory now.
Somebody, I was on a live the other day and somebody said, well, it's not being taught. I mean, they're not trying to push critical race theory on anybody. And somebody said, yes, they are. They're trying to push it across all subjects, right? Like math is racist. We've heard that one. Explain to people what we mean when obviously you're seeing the facts of what it is we're talking about when parents are concerned about pushing critical race theory in the classrooms. But when you say we're not trying to ban it, we're just trying to put a little bit more structure around how it's taught. What course would critical race theory be taught in? I say gender studies because
Right. So funny, and then we can talk about this later. This radical gender ideology actually sprouts from critical race theory and the
Right.
intersectionality. But when we talk about parents like me, like I said, I'm not the smartest tool in the toolbox here. I'm just a dad, and I am now in this conflict somehow. When somebody like me, a dad, talks about, I don't want critical race theory in the classroom, I know that the subject of critical race theory, which is predominantly taught in upper echelon college courses, I understand that that subject is not being taught in K through 12. But what people need to understand is that there are radical leftist activist teachers, and they are bringing the tenets of the critical race theory, which we just read in the resolution, and they are planting those seeds in the classroom in the K through 12 level
Yeah.
because they want to indoctrinate the children. And this is shown on the news. I mean, it's everywhere. You can look at the Project Veritas videos. You can even look at this video that this company, First Line Investigative, did about these teachers across the country who have united in this group called Fight Back Collective, and they're now moving to the front line of Temecula and trying to foment all this unrest. So that's what I mean. I understand it's not taught as a subject. I don't want my little children to go through these exercises that has a critical race theory tenets in it.
Right. And you guys, I want to talk a little bit about Suni. Do you have anything to say anything you want to add to that before I go into that video?
No.
I mean, is
So-
that unreasonable, Suni? I mean, what do you think? You know what I mean? Because I
No,
have
I
people
don't
that
think
call
it's
me a white
unreasonable.
supremacist, and it's
Me
just
too.
not nice.
Me too.
Hey, we all get called that. I get called a white supremacist. I've been called a black white supremacist, which is
Right.
very odd, but I don't think there's anything wrong with parents being involved in their children's education. That should be something that's encouraged.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. And we're definitely against the indoctrination of kids, which is why we came here today. But you mentioned Fight Back Collective, and you mentioned the First Investigates video. I
Right.
had posted this on my Instagram page, I think 2 days ago. I'm going to play a little snippet of it, but if you guys want to see the full thing, I screen recorded it and put it, but it's in Rumble. You'll be able to see when I play the video. But I want to play a little bit of it if you guys will give us a few minutes of your time to play a little bit of this video, because I want you guys to understand how incredibly dangerous this group is. And as you're watching it, I don't want you to think about it just in the context of the schools in Temecula. If you're a parent specifically, I want you to think about this could be happening in your school right now. Okay.
Yes.
And don't think because, I'm not in a democratic state. This is not just a democratic state issue. They are everywhere. And I can attest as a parent in Dallas, Texas, that a little bit of this is trying to creep into my son's academy, okay, which he doesn't go to like a regular public school. He goes to an academy, but there's still some woke parents on the board and teachers who are supporting that we have all this inclusivity type training and teaching and ideology in our kids' classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my screen really quick. Hopefully I do this right the first time so Suni doesn't kill me. All right, here we go. Is it? You guys hear audio? Oh no, hold on. Good Lord.
Group of public educators to foment and coordinate student walkouts and protests in Temecula, California. The Temecula, California Unified School District recently passed a groundbreaking resolution to ban critical race theory, a controversial and divisive ideology that has been the subject of significant debate. However, certain left-leaning groups have seized upon the opportunity to protest the resolution without fully understanding its contents and have sought to manipulate students for their own political gain. As a result, there have been several instances of large, disruptive student walkouts that have left other students feeling unsafe and parents concerned for their children's well-being. Our investigation has revealed that one of the groups involved in this effort is called Fight Back Collective and is primarily led by public educators from across the country. This group seeks to provide students with support, materials, and instruction on how to protest, which raises serious questions about the role of teachers in shaping students' beliefs and actions. Perhaps most concerning is that one of the leaders of this group is the principal of Franklin Elementary School in San Jose, California. This individual holds a position of significant authority and influence over young students, and the fact that they are actively involved in organizing protests is deeply troubling.
Hello, everyone. I'm Christina. I am an elementary school principal in San Jose. Just excited to see how we can push back on, the educational system that needs to be essentially blown up and rebuilt.
Another leader of Fight Back Collective is Brooke Dupuis, who is an elementary school teacher at Woodland Hills Elementary School. Despite her claims that critical race theory is not taught in schools, our investigators have discovered that she has raised nearly $700 to purchase books rooted in critical race theory, which she then teaches to her students.
I reached out to somebody who is from Florida, and she gave me some ideas of people. So maybe I can reach out and just see. I don't know who these people are. They're all adults, and I don't know exactly what they're doing, but maybe if I just reach out to them and tell them what we're doing, maybe there is something that we can help, further their efforts. If you're like an elementary school teacher like myself, we don't have Black student unions, but maybe we could create groups on campus that are affinity groups that could be working, those kids could be working towards creating or joining a Black student union as they get older.
We are deeply concerned that Dupuis is using her platform to indoctrinate children into a harmful ideology, and that parents may not be aware of the books and materials being used in their child's education. The admin and leader of Fight Back Collective is Lucia Reyes, also known as Mama Ard. Reyes is a former middle school ethnic studies teacher at Montebello Unified School District and the founder of ESD Inc., which is set to launch on March 20, 2023. On her website, there is a link to Fight Back Collective, which states a generation under attack, further highlighting the group's political motivations.
I went back to school and I joined the teacher education program at UCLA, which is completely social justice geared.
One of the exciting things that happened is that we were able to touch base with a young group of students who were leading the push against these white Christian nationalist, white supremacists that took over the majority of the school board in Temecula. And we were able to link up with that student who was sort of pushing back against these three because they banned CRT. And then also we were able to link up with Jen, who's from Defense of Democracy. So we're really just looking to support different groups, especially youth groups.
Our investigation has revealed that there are several other individuals involved in disrupting the education of students in Temecula Valley Unified. One of these individuals is Ben Brune, a social studies teacher located near Portland, Oregon. Brune was found to have attended the same Zoom meeting that we investigated, indicating his involvement with the group.
So especially with, the Black history focus, then I think, for Brooke and I to tap into, amplifying, hey, here's part of Black identity and history that resonates the most, or that's already maybe a theme with the Black student unions.
Another individual is Lauren West, an occupational...
So I'm not going to play the whole video. If you guys want to see it, it's up there. We'll also drop the link to the Rumble video of the actual direct link, so you guys can watch it as well. But it just goes on and on and on and on, naming people that are involved in this all across the United States. What I want to point out to kind of bring it full circle to why we're here today and how this all connects to us is Pastor Brian Hawkins is connected to all these people. He is working with all these people. Okay. So I just want to put that out there because we're not going to sit up here and slander him, but we want to give you enough information for you guys to draw your own conclusions about how you feel about what he is, how he's trying to portray himself. Right. But this is disgusting. This is extremely scary to me. And these are the people Suni and I really want to bring attention to because this is the enemy. The problem is not this white gentleman and this black girl. The problem is this group, okay? We are in a spiritual war with people like this. This is not about racism. This is about spirituality.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to play this short clip.
Sure.
For people to really... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Real quick, you're going to play the short clip, but we have somebody who wants to join also, Mark, who was in the comments. So if you can bring him up when you're done.
Okay. This phrase actually came from Booker T. Washington. I don't have his voice for him to utter it, but I was able to put together this short clip.
There is another class of colored people who make a business of keeping the troubles, the wrongs, and the hardships of the Negro race before the public. Having learned that they are able to make a living out of their troubles, they have grown into the settled habit of advertising their wrongs partly because they want sympathy and partly because it pays. Some of these people do not want the Negro to lose his grievances because they do not want to lose their jobs.
Super
now,
powerful.
I played that because this is a representation of not only the Negro race, but back in this time period, Booker T. Washington was warning Black people of the likes of Pastor Brian. But this can also be used with Americans. There is a certain set of American bureaucratic agents, whatever you want to call them, that make it their business of keeping constant grievances in front of you, partially because they want sympathy, and the other half is because it's extremely lucrative. Mm-hmm. Pastor Brian has a direct understanding of that very quote. We're going to show so much stuff today. I like Mo said, I'm not interested in going into his personal life. I'm going to show you Pastor Brian actually didn't lie. This is who he's been the entire time. Mm-hmm. We just missed it. It's as simple as that. Sometimes you drop the ball. You don't pay attention to what people are actually doing.
You know, I'm gonna make a reference that's probably gonna make a lot of people mad. But I don't care because that's what we do. Martin Luther King was one of those people. Martin Luther King was a Marxist. Okay. If you read the Martin Luther King journal entries, you will see that he was all for this type of stuff. But what people, grab onto was his great stage presence and the I Have a Dream speech, which was great. But I mean, Obama did the same thing. Obama's another example, right? He's an excellent speaker. I mean, has an incredible presence. I voted for Obama, y'all. My name is Monique, and I admit I voted for Obama. I voted for him. I don't even think Suni voted for him. I voted for him because I was just wooed by his words. Like he had great words. He said them so great. And Pastor Brian does the same thing. He talks a good game. And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Mark, how are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yo, Ben, what's going on, man?
What up, Mark? How are you?
I'm good. I got a call from Steve Campos, and he said, "Hey, if you want to go on, I'd just like to give my Pastor Hawkins' story, and it doesn't really beat up on him, but I have been trying to get it out there. This has to do with the claim that a guy who's associated with me was at that CRT meeting and he was fingering a gun.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I'm pretty good with the computer, pretty good with video and such. So I said, well, let's Zabruder this thing. So I took it all apart. I looked at it, proved it beyond the shadow of a doubt that he did not have a gun, talked to the guy as well. And then I sent all that to Hawkins. And I think he misunderstood me at first because I didn't make it clear that what I had seen that he posted on TikTok, which was furthering this lie.
Mm-hmm.
So what he came back with, you may not know, but we don't all look alike. That's not me in the video. And that
okay.
and,
Yeah, we
and
saw
that
that.
had to do with the black guy who was the initiator of this accusation. So I sent a message to him and I said, I'm aware of this. Here's the frame grab of what you posted. He went silent. He blocked me from probably TikTok, I think. I can't recall. And I have sent him some stuff since then to try to straighten him out. And in fact, I did another version of the video and I added him to the end of it saying, basically, you failed. You are holding up a lie. And you know you're holding up a lie because I proved it. I've been seeing it. Everybody I know said there was no gun, but they're not interested in pointing to the fact that there was no gun. Then we did the Zabruder on the white guy who had the cell phone pushed into his chest, right? And he didn't touch the black gal. Granted, it got heated, but they want to have this situation where they say he was screaming at him. He was very aggressive. He was going to come at the kids. If you see what Hawkins didn't show, what you're showing now, it clearly shows that as soon as the cell phone got put on his chest, he looked down, backed off and said, don't touch me, spun around and started to walk away. And then Hawkins puts hands on him as well. So
yeah. So I have the video here pulled up just so you guys are wondering what he's talking about. So this gentleman here on the left-hand side with the checkered shirt, you see his hand right here. He's got like his index finger in his pocket. This is what he's talking about.
Yes.
So here's the altercation that occurred. And I'm playing this from Pastor Brian's page. So this is just a one-sided video, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mainly wanted to show what you were talking about, the gun grab or the guy that was fingering his gun. Because he posted a video about that, zooming in on on that hand there. So here's Pastor Brian. For those of you guys who don't know, he jumped in. This guy's, I don't know what the audio was, but Pastor Brian's yelling, this is a child, and he's protecting the young woman that was in the wrapped in the flag, the African-American, the black girl that was
right. And again, there was nothing to protect. Because as soon as she put hands on him, he raised up his right hand slightly when he looked down and said, don't touch me, and spun around. There was nothing to protect.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Granted,
exactly.
it got heated. Granted, when we all say, the anthem and all of those kids go to one knee, that's an interesting thing to do, right? When they all go down, and then I think Ben and another person tried to shoot it, and then the husband of the wife of the daughter who started the walkout with the bullhorn got in their way and said, I'm trying to protect the kids. Look, there is no assumption of privacy from video at a public meeting. It's on video. There is no assumption.
Right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Well, thanks, Mark, for coming on here and giving the true story. And, that's why, for instance, me, SoCal Parent Advocates, and I know all the strife that's going on there. And that's what critical race theory does. It is to turn these children into activists. And they give you a choice. You're either racist or you're anti-racist. And that's what we're seeing from critical race theory. And then we have the subsequent, I know you know the deal with this, Mark, the subsequent doxing now by all of these leftist groups. in Temecula. And, you know, I'm hiding this person's face. So this person here ended up being named inadvertently. And now he's at this. And so this person was not at the meeting, but these leftist groups, and I'm not going to name them, you know, the leftist groups, you can look it all up. They named his name now. And now this guy's discussing what's happening to him and his family at the city council meeting.
You guys are all aware of the incident last
Can you hear this?
At
Yes.
the school board meeting, which I was not in attendance. A man was yelling at a child. Well, Temecula Unity took it upon themselves to label that man as me, even though I'm about a foot taller than he is. And so since then, the video has gone viral and international. And I've been doxxed online. My address is out there. My email's out there. My wife's phone number is out there.
Right, Sean.
People have been making threats of physical violence to come to my house. So I just wanted to play a couple of messages that were left early on by Temecula Unity for my wife. I apologize for the language.
What a lucky lady you are if it is. He's just a joy. You must adore being married to him.
So
Tell me, does he yell at your daughter the way he yells
do the audio.
So he ends up getting cut off, but you know, just to kind of wrap it up, they then put on these wanted posters on their social media.
The kids, the students.
Kids. But again, like I said, this is what, and I'm trying to stay neutral here. I'm trying to stay reasonable. This is what critical race theory does. And going back, Mo, to what you were saying with this Fight Back Collective, this affects all of us. Because if you think that this is just in Temecula, these types of people, they're everywhere. You can copy and paste Fight Back Collective and paste it 1,000 times across the country. And there are these radical educators and activists and parents who want to bring this into the schools. And it's disruptive. And that's why SoCal Parent Advocates will always stand with these brave parents in Temecula who are just trying to live their lives and have their kids get education. And again, thank you for Mo and Suni for bringing this up. This is just insane.
I've got a news story that broke today if you want it.
Sure.
You're probably aware that there's a church here called the 412 Church, and they started that family pack that was instrumental in the taking over of the Temecula school board and the partial takeover of the Murrieta, okay? Not everybody is involved with this church. Not everybody is a Christian. That's bull. They'll have you want to believe that, but it's not true. So this Pastor Tim guy hears today that at Cole Ranch grade school, there's a guy, a teacher, dressing up as a woman teaching 5-year-olds. And he hears it, and he goes out there today to try to find out if it's true. He doesn't know. So he goes out there, he posts it onto Instagram, and he says, look, I've been here for 90 minutes. The principal won't meet with me. I don't know if it's true, but if it is, it's a danger to the children, right? So then this certain, and I'll be like Ben, I don't want to be, but I will, this certain pink hair out here, she does that thing on Instagram where it plays behind you, and then you can like make faces and
TikTok.
things. I'm not real good at that. She looks like she's going to cry. She's so upset that he's willing to expose an adult who wants to include in his sexual fantasies 5-year-olds. It's insanity. What the hell is going on?
It is. And you know what? I know you guys don't want to expose her, but I will. Her name's Doris Slay on Instagram. She is a maniac. She is a what you would like portray as a crazy lunatic leftist liberal. She's got the pink hair. She does the TikTok. She has said disgusting things online about the man that Ben just showed. things that have nothing to do with this situation, you know? And I'm sure people are going to say, people who are against us talking about this are going to say, well, why did you, black out his face and you're showing Pastor Brian's face? Well, Pastor Brian's a public figure. These people didn't ask for this. He brought this to them. This lady with the pink hair, they like all this attention. They like all this attention. So they want attention. We're going to give them attention. Because you know what, guys? The left doesn't stop at anything to expose people all the time. So this is my number one gripe with people on our side. We got to stop going soft. We have to expose these people for exactly what they are. We can't be afraid. We can't be the good guy and do the right thing.
What I will tell you is that when the bullhorn incident happened, okay, and then people were calling out the young girl for doing that, and then the mother came out and said, I'm happy that she's being plastered onto different websites and things. Then the video memes that weren't really poking fun at anybody, they were just putting out these memes to say, this is what's going on. The truancy is going on. The admin, the teachers, everybody is behind this because they think critical social justice is a good thing. The funny thing happened. I call it the Kaepernick equation. As soon as this stuff started to get put out there, I noticed, don't hear from the mom anymore. Don't hear from the girl anymore. Why? Because if you're young and you want to get a job in a couple of years and they're going to go back into social media, they're going to see and go, wait a minute.
That's right.
We don't want a disturber working for us. So it does work. And you don't have to poke fun. You just got to put out the facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I want to second Mo. I really appreciate that. And, like I said, I'm just a dad. I'm actually blessed that this happened because I met so many great patriots, like everybody on here. I mean, heroes. We're here because we all had something to lose. And that's why we're here. And we relied on the silent majority. But just like you said, these people will stop at nothing. There is no reasoning with some of these people. I tried to go up in these board meetings. I tried to shake the opposition's hand. They don't want to get along. So my little call to action, is that we need, and I'm talking to your followers, we need you. We need you to get in this fight. We need you to commit to showing up to one event a month, seeking out your local activist group, pro-parent group. You need to bring your talents and your passions to this fight. And we need more boots on the ground because our momentum is growing and it's time to pick sides now. And we're going to expose as much as we can and activate as many people as we can, because come 2024, we're going for the election, and not just federally, but locally.
Right. And you guys, what Ben is showing here is the Fight Back Collective page. So what he's asking is for all of us to grow a pair, do what they do, and find out where your local Fight Back Collective is meeting and go to the meeting and show up like they show up at our meetings. And don't be violent, right? We're not saying to be violent. We're not saying to be disrespectful, but go there armed with facts and bring your phone and record if you want. Record what goes on at the meetings. Post it so people know. Invite other parents. This is what we need to do. People always ask, but how do we get involved? Right, Suni? We always hear that. But what can I do? This is what you can do.
2024 for the feds doesn't matter. The legislators of your state run your state. The president does not. You must focus local. And what we're doing out here is we have a problem activating people because let's be honest, if I was working full time, you couldn't activate me. I'm too busy, right? But we have a lot of retired people who we should be able to activate. Here's what we're doing. We're reaching out to Fallbrook because they're having lots of problems down there. We're reaching to Corona. We're reaching to Menifee. We're reaching out and we're telling these people with a gentleman's agreement, if you need people, you call us. We'll come down. Knowing that if we need you, you have to come here because we want Trump-style truck rallies. We want Trump-style activity at the Duck Pond in Temecula where hundreds of people showed up. And it was kind of silly, right? Because what does Trump do for California? Nothing. You have to focus local.
That's right.
That's great that you said that, Mark. And, like I said, I've been activated for about a year. And, my story is everybody else's story. I started absolutely alone. I was in San Diego Unified, the epicenter of woke in this district, right? It's metropolitan. Completely alone, criticized, jeered at, and I kept going. And I somehow became some sort of regional connector. This is a regional fight. And about a year ago, I found that a lot of these parent groups and stuff like that, they were more down and in. But I've been advocating you need to, just like you're saying, Mark, we need to activate regionally. And I've been helping Fallbrook, et cetera. So I'm a regional guy. And just one last thing, how do you get involved? Like I said, seek out your local group, bring your passions and your talents, and we need to fight this conflict in multiple mediums simultaneously. That's not only social media, it's the school boards, it's the city council meetings. You can look up what happened to Santee down here. We had a transgender guy check a box, and now he wants to go walk around in Santee YMCA where little girls walk naked. It's the city council meetings, it's legislation, it's Freedom of Information Act. And we are in an all hands on deck situation.
Yeah.
So we need people to be activated.
I will tell you one thing that we've begun to do, and you can do this in most school districts. We're having a fight with the Murrieta district at the moment, but with Temecula, we went on and got the top 20 challenged books from the last 10 years, and we went into their digital library. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and then we made a spreadsheet and found that Beyond Magenta was the biggest problem book in two of the high schools, not all four, but in two of them, right? So what we're doing is buying those books, buying the books on tape so people can get the offending issues and put it on their cell phone and play it through a microphone or a bullhorn if they don't like to speak aloud. And basically get activated that way and go, look, you may not know what's going on in your school, but here's the passage in Beyond Magenta where this grade schooler is going around his hometown giving fellatio to kids and adults. That's in that book, and that's in our high school. And that's not even the worst, because queer, gender, and the other books are even worse, but we don't have those here yet, as far as we know. But then we find the book, The Gay BCs, recommended for 2-year-olds. Now, is that in our grade schools? It's not in the library. What does that mean? Doesn't mean it's not in the grade schools. It means they're buying it at Walmart and bringing it in, possibly, because we aren't allowed to audit the classroom in California.
Yeah. Real quick, guys, Kasuti's been super quiet, and she had said something to me earlier today. It was regarding Brian, but we were talking about the importance of getting involved locally. And I had mentioned to her about, my discussion with somebody earlier today who is in the district, works as a teacher, who said something about Brian's campaign. And Suni, can you bring up the point that you were making? It was excellent point.
I compared what Pastor Brian is doing to grooming, because he's at a city council level. He has the ability to do so many things. He doesn't have to run for Congress. In fact, his run for Congress was nothing more than a publicity stunt, if you ask me. He knew he would never win because that is a heavily Democratic ran place. You're not going to win. Pastor Brian is no different than any of these other groups. He's a city councilman. He has access to your children. He's had access to children since leaving the prison system, right? And I don't really care about what he went to jail for. That's you. But the fact is you've had access to kids for God knows how long. Every initiative you're working with is aimed towards the youth. Mm-hmm. You are now latching yourself to the youth, even more so than you did before. This is where he's dangerous. Yep. And unless you vote him out, San Jacinto, he's going to be there wreaking havoc. It's going to continue. It's no different than the school to prison pipeline.
Yeah.
If you put that element next to these kids, they're going to be affected by their environment. It's just how it happens. It's reality.
Yep.
So I'd like to bring up what happened next in this Temecula saga. So like I said, Temecula, the CRT resolution. And I attribute that to the front lines. And we got Mark on here. And him and these other Temecula parents, absolute brave heroes to me. They are the absolute front lines. So now you have all these activists coming to the front lines for the entire state, just like Fight Back Collective. And luckily, I was able to get into this, and I'm going to share it with you. The next level of what these politicians, Corey Jackson in Riverside, he wants to make a resolution. He wants to make a AB 1078, which will prevent districts like Temecula and Fallbrook from getting rid of these books and getting rid of CRT unless they get permission from the state. And I was able to attend one of these Democrat fundraisers. I had to spend $100 for the ticket, and I didn't eat any food. But hear it from these people's mouth. They know exactly what they're doing here.
Thank you. My name's Trey. Good to meet you, and good to meet you all. A lot of great heroes here. Thanks for everything you've done for the country. Dr. Jackson, this new bill that you're proposing, I
Riverside.
think it's AB 1078. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and where that comes from? Don't mean to take that away from you now.
It's an important bill.
Congresswoman.
I have a bill to be able to say that if you want to ban any instructional materials, including books, you need state approval first to be able to do so, so that we can say we are in the midst of a international white Christian nationalist movement. We've seen in Florida, which is ground zero for this, where they're banning books. Right here in Riverside County School District, banning CRT, which is never in the district in the first place. Also to erase the dignity and humanity of our trans brothers and sisters as well.
Sorry, I have a follow-up question. With all due respect, do you want these books? Are you agreeing with these books?
Wait a minute.
These books in school? This is not right. I don't want these books. Oh, you're hurting me. Please stop hurting me. These books should not be in the school. You're hurting me. This is not right, sir. Why are you saying
And he's our own James O'Keefe right there.
We also understand our children need it. Our children need it. Our children need it. Our children need it.
Can you repeat what she's saying?
So like I said, you know, these people, they know exactly what they're doing. And this is all hands on deck. They want this in the schools. It's insane. But luckily, I hope that it was due to what we did there. And it wasn't just me. There are other people involved. I'm not going to get into any details. They ended up, for now, pulling that bill. That bill, for now, will not be heard. And luckily, we found that out a few days ago.
Nice.
That they pulled that bill. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
but they're
Mark,
going to come up with something else.
Mark, we're gonna cam you down. Thank you for coming on the show to speak and provide some input and more structure to the story.
No, thanks. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Ben. I know I'll see you out there on the street. I'm going to go eat some sushi with my wife.
Right on, Mark.
Okay, man. Thank you.
See you, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
We also have Steve waiting here in the waiting room, in the green room. Suni, do you have anything you want to?
I wanted to know what she was saying at the end of that video. I couldn't quite hear it.
To her point, I don't know if she saw my thing, but she said our children need this. To her point, I think she was speaking in reference to, again, we're all in our own echo chambers. So I think she's speaking in reference to, she's trying to say that we're trying to take away Black history. to her point.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. She wasn't referring to the comic book with the gay men.
I don't know because she couldn't see the thing. So I'm giving her that. She couldn't see my handout flyer.
Gotcha.
But so yeah.
All right. I'm going to bring Steve on camera. He's a little new to this, so I think he's trying to figure out how to be heard. But Steve, we're going to bring you in.
Great.
Oh, he's in
Second
two little.
one.
Oh, it's the second one.
The second
Steve.
one with all. There you go. That one right there.
I'll be right back. Give me a minute.
Okay. Steve, you there?
I don't know how this works.
We can hear you. So you're good. How are you doing? You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Steve. I'm a teacher in Temecula Valley Unified and kind of part of the group we spoke earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Uh-oh.
What did you want to
booted.
add?
He'll be back. He got
he
booted.
did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll bring him back.
There he is.
Did I lose? I don't know technology, so.
Finally, there's somebody worse than me. Go ahead. We can hear you now.
Yeah. So no. Anyways, I'm just trying to do what's right within the group because there's all these false narratives that are out there. We're fighting hard just to make school like about school thing. There's different things that I encounter from inside of the district, and to see some of these activist teachers who are within our school district and are also from the surrounding school district. I think one of them is from Val Verde High School, and it's just how they've kind of hijacked public education. See Ben on a regular basis out there supporting the group, and so the group, school board member as well. So we're taking the fight kind of venues, and so we're building a coalition. And someone had mentioned a meeting to attend that because we do need that. We need to attend all these other school board meeting members who are out there and trying to fight the good fight.
Yeah, I agree. Steve, we're having a little bit of audio issues with you. We're going to cam you down just because the audio is a little bad, but we really appreciate you coming on to say that because we agree 100%. I mean, that's what we've all been saying. And, you hear these things get said. But I think like hearing what you're talking about, Ben, is putting a lot more pressure on people to understand how crucial it is to really take this serious, not just say, I'm going to go to a school board meeting, I'm going to show up to a meeting at the school or whatever. This is crucial and it's happening. There's no time to like warm up to this. You just got to jump in and go.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up a few interesting things we were able to find when doing some research on Pastor Brian. There's a lot of things that he posted on his social media that if you think about who he was when I met him, because I was actually a really big supporter of Pastor Brian. I endorsed his campaign twice. We've shared a platform multiple times, had conversations. I found a lot of what was on his page interesting. Now, this has a Bible verse at the top, of course, and it says why parents should be critical of critical race theory with Pastor Brian Hawkins. This was the East Valley Republican Federated event. So if you didn't go there in support of CRT then, that means that you went there in opposition. So what changed? Well, absolutely nothing. We found photos like this riddled all over his page. If you know what this is legitimately what BLM started. White standing in solidarity with Black Power. Pastor Brian hasn't changed. This is who he's been since for freaking ever. He did what most Black conservatives do, and we have to be honest about this. They come over here and they grift. And they make the rest of us look like we're engaging in that type of behavior too. When for me, this is my lifestyle. I go to school board meetings. In fact, I can share an experience of what I'm dealing with here all the way in Okinawa because we have a DOD head who's a part of the school curriculum where she wants to add these books Not even add them. These books are already in our library. This lady is one of the most diabolical figures that I have seen in a DoD setting, and it's actually really disheartening. Three of the
Yeah,
books that she has in my children's school alone is what is white privilege, what is anti-racism, and what does it mean to defund the police. That is in an elementary school.
Wow.
and
If you go to our libraries, I'm
Suni,
sorry.
have you been keeping up on that controversy within the Pentagon office, the DEI gal who has all these racist tweets?
That's her.
Oh wow, yeah. So
That's her.
just like we're talking about, it's in all the institutions.
Yeah.
Coming from the top. It's
Mhm.
everywhere.
It's everywhere. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to record this the best way I can. You can't really get away with this stuff on federal ground. I'm going to the school when my children return back from spring break, and I want to know, are these books offered in the library? Now, I'm very much known at that school, so hopefully I don't have a hard time because we had a run-in with the queer gender identity crap. I went to the school and rectified it. But it's not it's not a white and a black issue. It's a good and an evil issue. These people want retribution for things they didn't experience. And they want to keep sharing generational trauma and curses. I've had to break mine. I didn't follow what my family did. I did something completely different. But if we don't get a stop on this, and we don't stop arguing over who's black, who's white. I quite frankly don't care that that young girl was black, and I don't care that the man was white. Most people keep focusing on that. No one wants to focus on these paid organizations having access to our children in school under the guise of these racist white people do not want black history taught in school. It is time to wake up.
That's so well said, Suni. And
Yeah.
I'm a veteran. I've never been to Okinawa though, but I've been deployed a lot of times. And when I went to the Middle East, these people are fighting over things that happened hundreds of years ago.
Yes.
And when is it going to end? I mean, this stuff is insane. But we talk about CRT. The radical gender ideology sprouts from CRT because
Yes, it does.
CRT plus the radical gender ideology, they are looking at everything critically and they want to
Intersectionality.
tear it all down. And they have no plan afterwards.
Yep.
They want to tear all of us down. So it's crazy, man.
Mhm. Well, their job is to tear it down so that the government can come back in to save you from it.
Right. This is why we have a certain set of Americans that make it a business to keep your grievances in front of you so they never lose out on the job.
So I'd love to expound upon that. Okay, so I call it the LGBTQ industrial complex.
Oh, facts.
And they take the COVID money
T-shirt.
and they earmark $100 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And now they have all these contractors who go everywhere and they use social emotional learning surveys that they put into these classrooms. And now they're asking elementary schoolers and middle schoolers, what gender are you? Have you ever felt like you're another gender? Have you ever been bullied? And of course, everyone says yes, because who hasn't been bullied? So now they take these surveys, and so this is what I've been uncovering, in this year. Now they take these surveys and they cook the books and they say, look, all of these gender confused people, they get bullied. We need another 5 million. We actually need an entire office. We need 10 more employees and we need to get this stuff in the schools. It's similar to the homeless industrial complex. And same with the racial stuff. They don't want the division to end because they make money off of it. Because if everything would be fixed, they wouldn't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
No job.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
I wanted to play that audio of Pastor Brian reaching out to I always forget her name, but she was the woman who
Jen.
wanted to set up the woman who wanted to set up the
The trustee of the board. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. because this is something that I don't really think people understood when I played it. I played this on Instagram. This shows you what his intentions were. Now, we've already showed you each group, Fight Back Collective, and you guys go Google these things. Defense of Democracy. You go Google these two groups. Go look at what they're about. Go look at who's funding them. Go ahead, Mo. What were you about to say?
The reason why I want to say this before you play it is today on Pastor Brian's live, he said that he was invited to that walkout by Susan. Is that her name? Susan? Who's the word? Rachel, or one of
Rachel
those.
Dennis.
One of the ones from the Fight Back Collective. Like, he's saying that they invited him to run that. But the truth is, when you guys listen to this,
Yep.
you know, the school board got wind that they were going to do this walkout. And because they had been in support of Pastor Brian, they were like, hey, we kind of want to clue you into this. Can you come down? Can you kind of help mitigate the situation a little bit? And he was like, yeah. Like, you know, I think it's a great idea. We come down, we do a round table event or whatever it was that he said. And then he comes down and he does the exact opposite. And we have that video.
Opposite. Here's the audio.
And I do appreciate you for reaching out and responding. I'm just trying to, like I said, because as I was even telling, Terry, a lot of people don't even know what critical race theory is, and they're just up in arms over, and this is on both sides, the students, and I can see where the misinformation is at. And I guess the biggest come from this is, okay, let's have a town hall discussion, because when you do the school board meetings, just like when we do our city council meetings, it doesn't help really reach the audience. People come in with their public comments, but then you can't respond to it, and so it just feel like they're being ignored. And so I would love to help get an understanding, because people are under the impression that it's blocking history from being taught.
So here's my question. If you know that there is a clear misconception between everyone, why did you bring paid agitators to this event? This is December. I've asked Pastor Brian this several times. He won't have a conversation with me anymore, and we all know why.
And
if you wanted to bring peace, why did you bring these paid agitators, these women? Okay, sir? I'm going to say it. This is a repeal the 19th moment.
So December is when they voted that resolution in. That must have been a pre that. But I would like to say, I have been talking to Pastor Brian, and him and I have been in discussion to give the counterpoint, because we're trying to be enlightened people. We want to hear all sides. We're trying to bring people together, and to try to, actually what he was talking about is to get some sort of town hall thing, not with the politicians, not with the school boards, but this is just my little call to action. We have got to tone down the rhetoric there. I mean, I went on his live. I've been on Pastor Brian's live a couple times, and not him, but his friends, they call me white supremacist. But, the other night we had some laughs, and that's what I want to see. Can we get back to the American way where we disagree, but we have some laughs, and maybe we make fun of each other a little bit? So, I hope that him and me can still talk and to try to figure this out, because I just want all these people to just tone it down a little bit. Yeah. We don't have to hate each other.
Right.
We don't.
But like you said, there's these forces. They want us to hate each other. They want us to be divided. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, I commend you for reaching out to him. I mean, we reached out to him. I for those of you guys who didn't see my Instagram post, before we scheduled Ben to come on this show, I reached out to Pastor Brian and said, hey, well, I couldn't reach out to him because he wouldn't allow me to tag him. So I had to post it on my story and ask other people to tag him. But he told me, well, no, wait, let me go back. He didn't tell me. His representative, Mitch, who is like a troll of the internet, if you guys don't know, sent a message to one of the people that tagged him in my post, and it was basically like, we don't do interviews with white supremacists, coon, or Ku Klux Klan, something something, and that was regarding me. I'm coon, Ku Klux Klan, and white supremacist. That's me, just so you guys get context there. And then they said, we're waiting on the big Richie interviews like the Breakfast Club, Roland Martin, et cetera, et cetera. So I wanted to be known that he declined to come on here and interview, because Suni and I actually, we didn't want to bring him on like we did Maga Jackson, right? And like just slam him with like one lawsuit after another and all his shady business. We were actually going to just ask him questions that his constituents would like to know and be very fair about it and give him the opportunity to answer those questions, in a non-aggressive environment, with two people he's talked to many times. So it's not like he's uncomfortable with us, right? But he declined.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, I just want to throw that out. Tito. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, Tito. But, we got to try, and I went on one of their lives, and, we need more listening in this country. I don't believe that the left listens at all. But, I go on one of their lives, and Mitch was on there. And actually, me and Mitch, we had a bunch of laughs. So I'm just trying to get along with everybody.
Ben.
There was this guy a few nights ago, and he was an educator. I don't know. I don't remember his name. He had a master's degree and holding it over me. And I asked him, I said, have you seen, from my point of view, the Project Veritas videos? He refuses to watch them. I mean, that is not the way of an enlightened person. All I'm asking is for us, even us, we may disagree, but I want to hear your ideas and hear your opinions. And I'm going to shut my mouth for 3 to 5 seconds, and I'm going to ingest it. Mm-hmm. And then I can come to a decision of, I don't agree. But these people, these leftists, they won't hear what you have to say. They won't look at any videos that you show them. There's no reasoning with these people.
Right. I want to also, it's a weird little thing that I kind of want to point out. But when we say leftist, it's very different from a Democrat in my mind. I don't know if y'all agree. A leftist is crazy. A leftist is extreme, right? There are a lot of Democrats that vote Democrat that they don't think like this. They're not part of this. We're talking about extreme leftist people that have this crazy, like Ben was saying,
Seriously.
But I commend you, Ben.
I want you guys to look at this. I found this to be one of the most absurd videos that I found, not videos, but photos that I found on his picture, on his profile. Of course, those are slaves here, and right up there is the White House, and it says, "We built it." Now, I would love to know where there is any historical proof that slaves built the White House, but it just goes to further prove Ben's point. You're dealing with leftists.
Yes.
That's
what critical race theory is. And another thing that critical race theory is these people want to show these types of pictures into the classroom, the K through 12. And what is that doing to our young, beautiful Black American boys and girls? You know what that's telling them? That's telling them that the America is racist. The system is stacked against you, so you might as well not even try, because the system is going to screw you because of the melanin of your skin. So you might as well not even go with the system, and you should go against the system. That's how harmful critical race theory is. Mm-hmm. And I told these guys on Instagram Live, I'm surprised they didn't kick me off, but we were having some laughs. We had developed that relationship. But I know that I'm not racist, because who's racist? The white liberals. The white liberals, and I told them straight up, I believe that the white liberals think that they're too stupid to figure it out on their own, and that they need to be their white savior. I don't think that I'm smarter than anybody. I think
Mhm.
a lot of people are smarter than me. You don't need me or any other white person to help you. We can all figure this out. I mean,
Yeah.
am I off basis on that?
No. Suni's
They're
way
the
smarter than
racists.
me. Suni's like super smart. She says words that I'm like, "What? What does that mean?" Like she's so Suni's so smart. Like I agree with you. Like it's just stupid. And it is. It's these crazy white leftists and in this particular case, these crazy white women. Like, does anybody look at that Fight Back Collective and go, I don't see very many men involved here?
Yeah, it is, and that's
There's a
why I'm
reason for that.
also part of the Dad Army. There you go.
Yeah.
I was lucky to help set up the Dad Army, and they're an affiliate of the Mom Army. And what we stand for is to be proud men who defend women and children. And we need more men with positive masculinity in this fight because
Amen.
we see all these protests and these school board meetings. It's all mama bears. And I started from back in the day. I said, where the hell are all the men?
Yep. I'm
So
with
that's
you on
why I'm
that.
also the Dad Army.
I'm with you on that. Like I need men fixing things, chopping down trees. You know, like I love the masculine. What do they call it? Toxic masculinity. I'm all for that. Give me the toxic masculinity all
Well, I'll
day.
tell you what, here's a real topic of masculinity is the effeminate men who are now invading women's spaces. It's a
Mhm.
war against women and all their sport.
Yes.
Insane. So I
Yes.
deal with that too. And like I said, the last big thing was Santee YMCA. You get a guy who checks a box, and I get it, he's transgender, but what about my boundaries as a father? I don't want a transgender dude walking around in the YMCA locker room
Mhm.
naked where our 7-year-old daughters walk around. And, not to get on a rant, but they don't care how many bathrooms you make for them. They can have a golden toilet seat with a bidet and a rain
Yeah.
shower.
Yeah.
They want to use the little girls' locker room. It all
Yeah.
sprouts from CRT, and it all sprouts from this leftist conflict that we're in, that all of us are in. So, again, thank you, Mo and Suni,
Thank
for
you.
elevating this fight in Temecula and elevating those brave parents. I very much, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you. And I know
Yeah.
that you helped with this Tatum video that really got big. So, and I also want to say to the viewers, and another thank you, is that there are people who are doing this stuff out of the bottom of their heart. There is no money. They're not getting money. I mean, this costs time. This is like a third job. So to the unsung kind of heroes here, you two very much appreciate you working in the shadows.
Thank you.
You make a huge difference. We all make a difference. So we all need to wake up, stand up, and speak up. And we need to fix this.
Thank you. I'm glad you transitioned into that. I know you have to go soon, but one of the reasons we wanted to bring you on here is because you sent me a very sweet message, very similar to what you just said. And it really touched me. And when Suni woke up that day, I was like, I have to read to you this message that Ben sent me. And I know it must be a great feeling like for channels like Tatum to get, now it's like almost, I think, 60,000 views on that video. And to probably get a big check that follows that, right? To have everybody following you. But it means so much when Suni and I get messages like that. So, like, it almost makes me emotional to think about it because that's why we do this. We do this to help change people, right? Like to reach people. Of course, it would be great to make money, a great living doing this like some do, but it's unfortunate because both of us in our own different way really speak on things that a lot of people don't want to speak about because it's not advertiser friendly. It's not it's going to ruffle the feathers of some of their friends, so of course they don't want to say it, right? Or their videos are going to get taken down. I'm just going to be blunt. We don't care. I just got a strike on my YouTube channel, okay, for one of our videos. And that's why you don't see this live tonight on my channel, Let's Talk Darling, because I got a strike. Because I say what I want to say. We had a whole video. And the funny part about it, guys, I don't know whether to be excited about this or not, but the funny part about it is it was our live that we did on Cult 45. It was titled Cult 45, where we were actually like making fun of QAnon people that are like crazy Trump people that you can't criticize Trump or you're just canceled, right? And so when I wrote back to contest the ban, I told the lady, I said, but we're making fun of Trump in this video. Like, this is the moment to let me, have a little grace, And she said, what she said back? She said, this falls under our hate speech. I said, you can't win. You can't win.
You can't.
Well, like I said, I'm a combat veteran. I've been deployed a lot of times across the world, and I was so surprised how many brave patriots I have met, such as yourselves, in this fight, and such as normal. Because I've been around people. I've seen heroism and courage of these brothers and sisters, and on the deployments that they've demonstrated to me. And I just can't believe how many other patriots there are out there in this fight. So I want to thank you again. And this is what it takes. And it can seem thankless. And like I said, I want to say to your viewers, sometimes it seems like you're alone. Sometimes you are alone. But you better buckle up, because these people will stop at nothing. And they don't care about your boundaries, and they don't care about mine. And I just listened to James Lindsay. I don't know if any of you are familiar. He kind of had this 15-minute, I think it was called Mid-Level Violence. I think that's what his 15-minute bit was on. And he's talking about, I don't want to butcher it, what these leftists do. It's almost as if they're trained. They put you in a position where you have two choices. They do a provocative thing. Let's imagine drag story hour or holding a cell phone up to your face. You have two choices. You can either overreact, just like what happened in Temecula. Not even that was an overreact, maybe a reaction. And now you have your 5-second clip. You're screwed. Or you can tuck your tail between your legs and shut your mouth, and you lose a part of yourself.
Yep.
You lose a part of your dignity, and you give up ground. So I just appreciate you all. All the parents I've met, I work with. Lexit, very active. Latinos leaving the Democrat Party, very active. I work with Gays Against Groomers. Let me tell you, the LGBT community, with them, a lot of them are pissed off, and I am so proud to work with some of them and their heroism that they show. I work with a lot of groups, so
yeah.
Thanks for everything. We got to keep up the fight, and we have momentum on the ground. I can feel it. We have to keep it up, because 2024, we must fix this.
Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate that. And you guys in the comments that are watching, you guys have just as big of a part. We have a platform, we're on here showing you guys and doing our part. But just because you guys don't have a social media presence, remember, you are a physical person and you can take your body somewhere. So take it to one of these meetings and represent what we're standing up here for.
Birdman, red pill, I get it. Yeah. But hey, and here's another thing real quick. It's tough, fam. All right. But it's tough because here's the thing about our type. We have a lot of disjointed groups. The leftists, they're all united, man. They're like 10 years ahead of us. So I understand, and I've been getting close to the Bible. I always say I've been getting close to faith and be close to God. I read the Bible to my children now because this is a demonic war. But we need to somehow work together. We need to have an open line of communication, because we do need everyone in this fight. So it's just food for thought.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Listen, I get attacked all the time. Suni, she's got very strong views about this, and you see Red Pill and Birdman do as well. And I am perfectly respectful of that. I'm one, and this is why this show is called Somewhere in the Middle, because this is how this all works, right? Is I'm one of those people that it's like, okay, I'm not okay with the lifestyle for sure, right? But if somebody in that community that can reach somebody else in that community is speaking truth, I'm going to take my personal views about what they do in their bedroom, as long as they're not publicizing it out on the street and making it about that, and they walk into the rooms and they're like, I'm gay, like that type of person. I'm going to be like, okay, what you're saying here is correct. I like that. Keep talking. Stick to that. Like, don't make it about, the one thing about Gays Against Groomers, I get why they name themselves Gays Against Groomers, because they want people to know they're gay and they're against this whole thing. but like, let's just make a group of people that are against stuff and include everybody in it. Like, like, I don't care what you are. You know what I mean? I'm with you on that. I am with you on that. I'll probably get, some type of pushback in the comments, but it is what it is. We push freedom. We're conservatives, and we are about freedom and, the right to say what we feel, what we want to say. I don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. Right. Look at Suni's putting on, this is, we're going to
Here
introduce
comes
you.
Suni. Here
This
comes
is her.
Suni. She's going to talk about how they opened up gay marriage, and then now that's why we're here, right?
She is. This is called
True.
where Suni
I get
puts
it.
on the shade. Okay. This is where Suni puts on the shade, and she's got her dark glasses on because she's about to get shady. Suni, what do you have to say? What is this?
Look, it is a very utopian idea to think that intermingling there will end up in a positive result for us. It's very clear. Jesus, the Bible, says what it says. I understand fighting a worldly fight, but I'm also not going to ignore the plethora of gay conservatives that we have seen completely destroy this movement and allow a different message to come in. I'm not going to pretend like the log cabin Republicans aren't advocating for LGBTQ legislation.
That's
I'm
true.
not going to pretend that gays against groomers are not directly aligned with the log cabin Republicans. They fought against our government to openly serve in our military, which has absolutely nothing to do with nothing. So look, I don't care. If people want to align with that, hey, you align with it. Sooner or later, you're going to come back to this conversation you had with me like, dang, she told me.
Yeah. She's
You
going to have a
cannot
Suni
trust
was
a
right.
fudge packer. I know these things are harsh, but it's reality. It's
Listen,
reality.
I'm not going to fight anything Suni says because she's speaking facts. Mo speaks from the heart. Okay. I speak from the heart. This is where I come from. Suni is a savage. Okay.
I
Jesus was
absolutely
a
see where you're
savage,
coming
man.
from, and there is truth in what you're saying. But I will never forget. I led a protest on a drag show for kids in San Diego called the Boo Bash. Maybe some of my friends in the comments remember that. It was a Boo Bash for kids in San Diego, drag show in Hillcrest in San Diego. Who here has been to Hillcrest? It's like a freaking communist square now. They got this huge flag. It's like in Mexico. You know those big flags in Mexico?
Yeah.
It's this big LGBT flag.
Yeah.
And the sidewalks are rainbow. It's like a communist gay country. So we led that. And I put some flyers out about it. I mean, there were hundreds of people at this Boo Bash. And like I said, this COVID money comes into these trans family advocates and these DEI groups, and they pay for it. Meanwhile, I can just manage a 15 group ragtag of individuals to protest this Boo Bash. And I put the flyer out, and this guy calls me, who we're close friends now. I'm not going to name his name. And he says, hey, I'm here at the parking lot. Never met him in my life. And I say, well, we actually put that flyer out. We're not going to meet at that place. We're going to meet at a secret place. So come over here. This guy is gay and a veteran. And he ended up marching with us on Boo Bash in the heart of Hillcrest, his community. And so all I'm saying is true to what you said. Absolutely. But the courage on this individual to show up completely alone to people he's never met in his life to protest this, knowing Antifa will be there, I'll give it up to that. I'll work with that guy any day of the week.
Facts.
I mean, that was inspiring as hell. So I see both sides. You know what I mean?
Suni be like, nope. She'd be like, nope.
But damn courageous individual. Right on to him. Him, my close friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Well, you got to go, right?
Yeah. Thank you very much again for helping us up in Temecula. And keep those Temecula parents in your prayers.
We
They're
will.
absolute heroes and they're courageous, and especially those board members, Dr. Komrosky, Jen Wiersma, Danny Gonzalez. They are on the front lines of this fight in California. And let me tell you, I'm not going to say the details, but this is spreading and our efforts are growing. And you're going to see news pretty soon because we're doing a lot behind the scenes. So we're not going anywhere. And if you think that we're getting tired and afraid, you're wrong, because we're getting energized and emboldened.
Yeah.
And we're not going to stand for this. So thanks
Real-
for everything y'all do. Appreciate you.
Real quick, tell people where they can follow you online.
Yeah, the only thing I can manage is a Instagram account, and that's SoCal_parent_advocates, SoCal Parent Advocates. So yeah, just we all do this out of the goodness of our heart, and we're gonna crush, my friends. We will fix this. So I'm happy to know you all.
Thank you. You too. Have a good night.
All right, see y'all. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're going to have to take him down because my mouse isn't working. There you go. I don't know what happened. I can't even scroll on the comments or nothing. Well, that was a really good interview. Why are you laughing?
Yes. Because people are hitting my inbox.
Because what?
People are hitting my inbox. They're just it's just funny. It's funny.
Oh.
It's funny. It's not the influence. I don't believe that I have like direct influence over people, right? But it's funny to see your research materialize, and when people hear something, they're like, nope, I already know where this is going. Not happening.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I freaking love that.
But you guys, let's just remember this wasn't about gays. This was about the kids. So let me bring it back. This is about the kids. I just want to stress. I hope you guys I think we're going to still keep talking, right? Because you and I have some stuff we want to put out. Or are we ending it here?
I wasn't ending.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
You ending it?
No. I just want to make sure because we're at a minute 40. And
a minute 40?
I'm sorry, an hour 40.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay. I just don't want that.
I know.
I think you guys terrified that guy. He was like, I said fudge packers, and he was like,
I know. Sudi, I was like, you said fudge packers. Dang. Dude.
I mean, look, I read it. I'm not going to spend my time saying I don't have a problem with gay people. That's not the point. It's just like you said. CRT and gender and queer theory are intermingled.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they are kind of one and the same at this moment.
Yeah.
And everybody has a right to be not as trusting of this group of people. It's reality. Me personally, I don't understand how you can label yourself this, but then separate yourself and say, I'm not this type of that.
Right.
So it just doesn't make sense to me, but I don't think they're separate. I think they're one and the same when it comes to CRT.
No, I agree. I mean, I think they both impact each other. I just didn't want this to go like in a whole nother direction of talking about, our opinions on the gay community.
That's why I shut up.
Right.
I was good.
You were.
I was good. I'm proud of myself.
Mo, I can see the halo over your head. Thank you, Judy. Thank
What do
you.
I have? Is it like what's over here?
Sudi's got a dark cloud and like and like a what is it?
What? A tornado?
No, it's like a lightning strike, a lightning bolt.
She said it. I'm like, are you spinning? What is this?
It's like a little lightning bolt. Like she's a storm. Yeah.
Right? I was more tame than the comments.
Yeah.
I was actually laughing at some of the stuff they were saying.
Yeah. No, you were tame through the whole interview, and I was like, I know Sudi's got stuff she wants to say. And I know you guys came here for the Pastor Brian stuff, so we're gonna give you some Pastor Brian stuff. Because we're gonna relate it back to that since that's what they want to talk about. And this isn't and you know what, Sudi? My mouse doesn't work and I literally cannot even move to anything. So
okay.
You may have to pull some stuff up. Well, I mean, I don't think we have anything like in mind that we're bringing up, but whatever you want to bring up, you're gonna have to do it because I have no control. But this thing with Pastor Brian, y'all, has just spun out of control. I don't know if you guys saw the other day, he had the young Black woman that was involved in the altercation with the gentleman on his live telling her side of the story. And it was just a very odd moment because the whole thing seemed very scripted. There was like this weird delay. I mean, she almost sounded like she was like under duress telling the story. Okay. But I thought it was incredibly inappropriate for him to bring a grown adult man to bring a 17-year-old girl on his platform to tell her side of the story. And he kind of painted it as he was doing her a favor because people are, really just attacking her. And I want to make it really clear, and I'm sure everybody in the comments will agree, ain't nobody talking about this girl. I mean, yeah, we're talking about the incident, but I have not seen any post hating on this girl from us, at least. I can only speak for us. I haven't seen it. My concern is not with this girl. Yes, she had poor judgment, walking over, inserting herself into the situation, right? But beyond that, I have nothing else to say to her. I don't even care what flag she was wrapped in. I don't care. Okay. My problem with this situation is the grift that is Brian Hawkins, the lies that are coming from his mouth. And Suni was going into it a little bit earlier that he actually has never changed, which is true. He hasn't tried to hide. Let me just say that. He hasn't tried to hide what he has been about because all this stuff can be found on his Facebook page. And let me tell you guys something. He posts everything. Okay. There's probably 6 different versions of every picture on his page.
Everything. Like, Mo was laughing at me because at one point I was like, bruh, this is exhausting. Like, what are you doing? Now, I'm not getting into that portion. That's for behind the scenes. We have to set up some sort of subscription model for people to watch us research. It's pretty funny.
Right. We got to do a paywall a la Crowder style.
Yes. Shout out to Crowder. We're live on Rumble, by the way. What's up to the Rumble community? There was a few just memes and different flyers that he put together that kind of set off a light bulb in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Even down to relation to people, what they believe in. One picture that I found that was very, very interesting was this one. Now, this is a question I wanted to ask Pastor Brian. Lion Brian, I'm sorry, because people are asking, can we stop saying that? It's muscle memory. Okay? Don't hold it against me. This fool, oh wait, I forgot we could do this.
I love what we do.
This fool said, my parents are Democrats, but they know their son is a patriot.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, where? Like, are you still a patriot? Because I know if any of the bottom of the barrel people heard you say this, the green sticky stuff at the bottom of it. Yeah. Underneath. I'm not talking about inside. I'm talking about underneath. The sticky, nasty shit. The green, black. If they heard you call yourself a patriot, do you think they would be happy? I just want to know what everybody's thinking.
Right.
Because when you say patriot, that means something to that group of people. And you don't seem like you are much of a patriot anymore.
No. Even though it's funny because, he was wearing a Black Panther sweatshirt, but he was hoisting an American flag on his TikTok page. Oh, yeah. Y'all.
It was wild.
It was wild. Okay.
This one was another one. Me and Mo read this and just sat there in awe. What?
What? Somebody come and look at this?
Wait, you ready?
Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
The hell?
Yeah. had Pastor Brian compare himself to Joseph. Everyone knows the story of Joseph. His brothers were jealous of him, so they ultimately lied to the father, sold him into slavery. He made his way back to his family to expose his brother. But in this, it says, "Today I prayed for Joseph's anointing. His brothers sold him into slavery. He was falsely accused, went to prison, only to be put in a place to save the nation. You were not falsely accused of anything." Now, we're not going to get into your criminal record because honestly, I enjoyed the person you were via Facebook, seeing all the things you did for your community. In fact, we asked several times, what the hell happened?
Yeah, we were sitting there scrolling. And let me say this. Let me say something nice about him. Okay. And this is not a struggle to say this because it should be very evident. He seems like a very involved father, a very good father. I mean, going all the way back to when his daughter was born. Beautiful pictures of him holding her and sleeping with her. And I know that things can look a certain way on social media, but he's also had his children, in videos or in lives and stuff like that. And they seem to be great kids, and he seems to be a great father. I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm also not going to bash him for being, for having a criminal record either, right? Because everybody makes mistakes. I love a comeback story. I think more so, and I was never just like a Pastor Brian fan at all. Like I really didn't involve himself as much as you did, or involve myself with him as much as you did.
Yeah.
But I didn't think anything about him. But it's disappointing. It's disappointing when somebody portrays themselves to be a certain way, and then even to somebody who doesn't really follow them or care notices it, right? That's when you know that it's a big change. I'm even noticing it.
Yes, it is. And it's dishonest on his behalf to make it seem like everyone else is crazy. And this is called gaslighting.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to present a complete false narrative and say, well, no, I didn't change. You people are just hating and you're mad because I got views on the Shade Room. Nobody cares about the Shade Room, bro. That's not a compliment as Black people. It's also not Black excellence. It's actually, once again, the sticky stuff at the bottom of the barrel, the green, nasty stuff, not on the inside, but on the outside of the barrel. It's not something to be proud of.
Right.
It's degeneracy is posted on the Shade Room. Now, in terms of culture, it is a good look to be posted on there because you get a wider audience. Pastor Brian understands that. That's another reason why they are bragging, because much like they understand the importance of culture and how you need to be a part of that to even have a fighting chance. Why do you think conservatives are struggling trying to attach themselves to the fudge packers? Because they can't infiltrate any other way. They struggle to do it with the Black vote. That's another vehicle they can't attach themselves to. They're struggling to do it with the Hispanic, Latin. They're struggling. So the next vehicle they can get in to infiltrate culture is this group. Pastor Brian understands that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just why I call him a grifter. I don't think I've ever really come out and called someone a grifter. Have I? I don't think I have.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
He's a grifter to me.
He's a grifter. He's a grifter for sure. I want to be careful about this. I mean, I'm going to use the word alleged. And you guys will say, well, how exactly is he a grifter? I mean, number one, I don't think he has any intention or care if he wins or loses in his district. I think he just wants to raise money. And he doesn't care. I mean, I think he's not running in a winnable district. They have somebody there now who is a Democrat, and the people there seem to like him, and they're not going to fall for a Black man who says he is a Republican of the Frederick Douglass era or something like that. I think he said, and say, okay, well, why don't you just switch your party altogether? Now, I don't know what his party is, but we had read an article on Epoch Times that he had switched over to Democrat. I just say, be honest, be honest about what it is that how you're running for people who are going to go vote, so they
Mhm.
can vote and know what they're voting for and know what they're going to get. Just be honest about it. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
criticize you if you changed your mind or anything like that. Like, it's fine if you want to change your mind and change your viewpoints,
Absolutely.
but be honest about it. And, you know, there's things that I found that really speak to his character. You know, when you go and apply for a job, for instance, right? A lot of times they will go run a background check on you, or they'll run a credit check on you, because how you live your day-to-day life speaks to your character, you know? So if you're not going to pay your bills, you know, if you pay everything late, if you have judgments against you, tax suspensions, things like that, um, it's a problem and it speaks to your character. How are you going to run a city? You know, you sit here and say, oh, I'm going to work with this person and that person to save businesses, when you can't even save your own business. And I'm not going to put anything out. You guys can go research that for yourself, but he has several businesses that have gone into default, basically, it looks like, allegedly, for not paying taxes. Okay.
Man.
And these were all businesses that were nonprofit type businesses where they're raising money to help kids get scholarships, and, you know, take kids to banks to show them how to open up a bank account, and all this stuff that looks super great. And I'm fully behind all of it. Right. But be honest. Be honest. I mean, I wish I was a whiz at reading an FEC report, because I saw his FEC report. I have it. But it takes a lot of skill to dig into an FEC report and know what it is that you're looking at and how to really
Yeah.
identify what spendings look shady. And I'm not saying I have any evidence of that. I'm just saying it doesn't look good, and your track record doesn't help.
It's called context clues, Mel.
Yes, that's what it is.
You use a context around the paragraph, and you have clues to prove it. Republicans wouldn't have given him money if he was pro CRT. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't have
Right.
given him money. You wouldn't have
Right.
had the support you had, especially amongst the younger conservative influencers. Me, Bryson,
Yeah.
Phil at the time, and Nicolette. All of us younger influencers who are working with Pastor Brian, supporting his efforts. None of us would have openly supported him knowing he was in support and not opposition of CRT. He knew that. That's to say that you don't know that is a lie.
Right.
So when I call him a grifter, it's because you knew you were deceiving people
Mm-hmm.
when you started this. Now, I'm not saying that he got direct compensation. I'm simply saying you swindled people with a false representation of yourself.
Yeah.
You pretended to be something that you weren't. So, like I said earlier, and you guys can go back and tell Brian I said this. Fine, you didn't change. You didn't change at all. You are still the same person you were when you got out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody should be okay with that. Don't believe me? All you got to do is go to his Facebook.
He's got two. He's got, what is it? The Real Pastor Brian is one of them, or Pastor
Mhm.
Brian Hawkins, and then the other one is Brian Hawkins. One is the more personal one, and the other one is his more public. And you guys, you have every right to look into, if somebody's going to have a page out there that's public, you have every
Mhm.
right to look at it. Why wouldn't you look at how somebody conducts themselves in their day-to-day life? And I'll be honest with you, if I would have looked at Pastor Brian's page, at his personal page, I would have been very impressed with him, to tell you the truth. He looks like a great guy. And we've even had conversations with him, and they've been great conversations. It's like, I have nothing bad to report there. It's the evidence of his character that he's showing now
Yeah, for
that
sure.
brought him into question.
What is this? What is this? Is this another? Oh wait, this at the bottom.
When
This
was
is
that?
another. This is another photo we saw, because we kept asking. We kept seeing this reoccurring theme of Pastor Brian being in the middle of all these CRT discussions.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to reach out to some of you, because I know a lot of you went to events that he went to. Was he in support or opposition of CRT in these meetings with Republicans?
Red Pill
If
went.
that can be exposed, she did go. I
Yeah.
don't know if they talked about CRT.
Oh, okay.
If that part can be exposed, as well as a Hoppo Who This Man video that I put out, then there's no more lie he can tell.
Right.
You grifted, you got millions in donations and views, likes, support from all these people because they were under a false perception of who you were. That is what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that smoking gun of him directly speaking against CRT so that I can put that out. Because he keeps lying, although he was heard on the audio saying that he read CRT in ethnic studies. You're quoted multiple times saying you don't want your children to make the next little boy or girl, make them feel at fault for something they didn't do, the guilt. You can go look at all these things. He's one of those people where you have to catch him in the act. Listen.
Like a kid.
I believe those people are institutionalized. You spend a long time behind bars. You eventually become someone institutionalized. It just is what it is.
Yeah. For sure.
You're not going to get him to admit to something unless
you catch him.
That's
right.
I need that clip. Wait. What? I know he spoke against CRT at the Republican convention. There has to be some video of this. And he did say on a live, thank you, Judy. He said on a live the GOP made him act a certain way because if he acted too black, it would be a problem. Now, you know why a lot of us didn't push back on that? Because we've all experienced that. You are too black for this movement. So you don't think twice when Pastor Brian says that because it's fact.
Right.
But we are still not in support of CRT. I'm not being supported just because I have an urban feel. I speak Ebonics every now and then and mix it in with some very articulate language. That's different. That's completely different. We were not allowed to record video.
Damn you, rule followers.
I'm not saying I don't believe y'all. But what I'm saying is the only way you get him
his rule
to admit to anything is catching him in the act. I believe we will find something somewhere that shows him directly speaking against CRT.
Yeah.
I really do. I have faith in that.
Probably. So, yeah, I mean, anyways, guys, we just wanted to come on and say that because, he's tagging us and all kinds of crazy stuff and making it seem like we're out to get him. He deep down, he loves the attention. He loves this attention. Don't get it twisted. Otherwise, he would have blocked us a long time ago. This is a game to him.
Sure.
Yeah, this is a game to him. But we're not doing this to give him attention. We're doing this to, put our sentiments out there about why we're questioning this man. And it has nothing to do with the girl. This has to do with him wanting attention so bad that he inserted himself in the situation and you wanted attention and now you got attention. Be careful what you wish for. He's trying to turn the attention back to her in that situation. That's what he's trying to do. And y'all are falling for it. Don't fall for it. Stay with me, Suni and Mo. Stay right here. Stay focused. Because he's going to be running soon. And I can't wait to see all that. Wait, can we play his campaign video? Can you pull it up?
Oh, God.
It's my favorite.
I guess. Hold on.
It's I low-key want to reach out to the Mexican restaurant that he saved in that video and be like...
He brags about that video all the time, dude.
Yeah.
He copied Kim Klacik.
Totally. I was like, Kim Klasik's people for sure produce this because it's the same thing. But I ain't mad at him because the Kim Klacik video was not... I mean, I liked it when it came out. I thought it was fire. I ain't gonna hate on it.
Where is it at?
It is. Just type in YouTube. Go on YouTube and type in Brian Hawkins campaign video and it'll come up. Big booty. And I apologize, guys. I can't see your comments because I can't scroll. I just noticed my keyboard is out.
She's going crazy over here, y'all.
You know what? It's always something technical with me. And I'm like, how? I didn't even touch my keyboard. Is there a button here?
Somewhere, somehow. This is different.
No, it's on his YouTube page.
No, I'm talking about this video.
Oh.
It says Pastor Brian, who's a local city councilman, candidate for the 25th District Congressional in California, talking about the importance of school choice and why parents should be concerned with the performance of public schooling. That video is up there. Here it is. Same campaign ads, no solutions. I don't know what that means.
Girl, you better play that video. You getting distracted. Dude, scrolling the internet with Suni is fun, by the way. I just want you to know.
Why does it seem like everybody knows the problem we face except politicians? Every year it's the same political ads. Like we haven't seen this before. I'm going to tackle homeless, fix immigration, and solve public safety. Meanwhile, 59% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck.
He at the barbershop. Good Lord.
Why you getting your hair cut, man? Ain't nothing there.
The government will mail you a check.
Is this not it?
Well, this is one of them. There's another one that's like him walking down the street. It's like, that's what the image is, I think.
There's only 4 videos. There's none of those videos are up here.
Girl, I wish hold on. Let me get on my phone real quick. You frustrating me right now. Hold on. If I pull it up fast.
I would love that. Go for it.
Pastor Brian Hawkins. I'm gonna be like, I'll vote for you when you drop. Oh, it's called the most dangerous political figure in California.
See?
Did you say that? And I said no?
No, but the most dangerous. This is the argument we have off camera, y'all. Don't.
I'm sending it to you in WhatsApp.
I already got it. Okay. Hi, I'm Brian Hawkins.
Hi, I'm Brian Hawkins, and I'm the most dangerous political figure in California. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I'm black. I'm a conservative. I want to open California back up. I back the blue. I support small businesses, and I believe every life matters, and I'm a black man saying it. I'm pro small business because half of California's workforce is employed by them.
Hawkins kept my personal business open during the lockdown.
Because I believe every livelihood is essential. I'm going to fight to incentivize small business ownership and make San Jacinto the kind of place business owners flock to set up shop and bring jobs, just like
Look at all those black people.
And like Nakia Smith here at Black and Bomb Boutique. Together, we're going to help revitalize Main Street here in San Jacinto. This is America, and people have the right to dream and become who they want to be, build what they want to build in their community without fear. And this is the reason why I back the law enforcement. I can't own a gun, but I support the Second Amendment. I've been to prison, and that's exactly why I back the blue. They say systemic racism is real in America. We could put a nail to that coffin. This November, vote for me, San Jacinto City Council.
Did y'all hear him disprove systemic racism while simultaneously pushing CRT, which perpetuates systemic racism? I'm just saying. I don't know what more proof you need. His existence proves that he is a walking freaking contradiction. This man is a walking L. You have earned the hashtag of walking L. Anytime I see Pastor Brian, I'm just going to put walking L, bro. You're a walking fucking L, man.
Suni took it to a whole other level. I just wanted to make fun of his little like walk that he was doing and like the little hand signals. I'm pro segment. I was like, is that for the hearing impaired? What was up with that?
He thought it was cool.
He thought it was cool.
Who are you?
What are you talking about? You found another video?
Yep.
Oh Lord.
This was 2 years ago. Pastor Brian is running for San Jacinto City Council. This is the research you need to be doing. I bet you nobody has seen this. This was a video that only got 116 views. It
Mhm.
dropped October 22nd, 2020, and it was put up by a woman who has 11 subscribers. So I guarantee you not many people have seen this. I'm
Well,
actually going to drop it in the chat because I want you guys to go do your research.
the number 11 seems to be his lucky number. That's how many people were watching his live this morning. That's about his average viewership. It's pretty funny.
So much clout.
For somebody who went viral on the Shade Room,
Oh,
for somebody who's
oh,
about to be on Roland Martin, for somebody who has been contacted by the Breakfast Club, and your agent is Mitch, and you only got 11 viewers on your live. Dang.
bad PR, if you ask me.
You better make Mitch work for the coin.
Bad PR,
He
if
said,
you ask
because
me.
Mitch holding out for Richie interviews, he said.
You need a better PR. You need a better publicist, my guy. We don't even have a publicist, and I average way more viewers than you do on any given day.
Yep.
It's crazy. Crazy town.
Crazy town. Listen, speaking of that, we've been trying to tell Loza we should be his manager.
You could be Lowe's manager. I'm gonna continue to be a jerk.
Don't make me deal with him by myself. Please don't.
Hey, I'm telling you, Loza only likes me because
You treat him like shit.
I don't treat him like shit. You guys are gonna stop painting blunt people as these mean, rude bullies. I'm blunt, but I'm also extremely
Okay.
nice. Come on. Stop it. You are going to give these people such a misrepresented picture of me.
I know, but it's so weird. Like, you guys know me. I'm nice. Like, I'm nice Mo. I will get a little like greasy sometimes, but it's not like a constant thing for me. You know what I mean? For the most part, I'm a very like sweet, wear my heart on my sleeve type of person. And I've been like that with Loza always. Suni, on the other hand, is like, she treats him like, just like whatever, like, I'm not even here for your bullshit, I don't really care, meanwhile I'm like, Loza, how you feeling today? And Suni's like, what you doing, like, where you is, cuz like that's literally how she talks to him, right? So one day Loza got upset about a comment I made on his a post on Instagram because he was complaining that he didn't feel good, and I was like, you probably have a cold, right? Suni literally said the same exact thing, and he got mad at me and sent me like a long ass voice message. Okay. And I was just like, I'm not going to respond because it's Loza and he just wants to get in an engagement with me. And when you start that with Loza, you best believe you about to get 10, 12 voice messages that are at least 10 minutes each, back to back to back. So I just wasn't going to engage with him. And he got upset with me that I left him on red, and he called Suni to ask what my problem was. He got upset and he asked Suni, what's wrong with your girl Mo? That's what he said, right?
Yeah. And I didn't even respond. Like
Yeah.
he went on a whole rant, and I was just like, yeah, so when's the song dropping? I don't give a crap.
He's not mad at her. But we
He's not
since
mad
made
at me.
we
But what
since
did he
made up.
tell you? I don't expect that from Suni. So when she is nice, it's like, what?
Right.
Like, what's wrong with you? People
So
just don't expect that from me.
And he expected me to be nice, and because I left him on red, he was like thinking there was a problem. But I was like, I'm gonna leave you on red the way some people leave me on red, and I don't like it.
Well, we have a confirmation. Shout out to Auntie Red. There was an event that he spoke at September 21st. I'm assuming this is last year, where he was with Corinne Rankin, who is a founder of Legacy Republican Alliance, Kira Davis, Red State journalist, Fox News correspondent, of course, Pastor Brian, City Council member, Jennifer O'Connell. She's also a Red State journalist. They had a panel, GOP convention, where they literally talked about the importance of school choice because of CRT. So once again, you being proven, caught in real time, lying. Liar. Thank you. This is the most pressing question of the year. because I've asked him this to his face and he directly lied to me. How you gonna go from having Mitch and the crew clowning you, punking you, to now them being your publicists and
I know.
your
And this coming from our resident troll. Even the resident troll saw it.
I'm just saying. Lion Brian, just come on out the closet, baby. Come on out the Democrat closet and let everybody
Y'all.
know
Listen,
who you are.
let me tell you what he's doing right now. So since
Watching our
Tatum
live.
no, he's probably watching that, but since Tatum posted his video about him, Brian has been tagging Tatum on Instagram in like multiple posts to try to get, because he's going to try to like poke Brandon until Brandon responds to him, because he's using Brandon to keep going live, or viral is what he's doing to stay relevant.
Can I ask y'all a question? Because he tagged me in that old goofy ass video too. Sir, because I can't go live. Are we going to go live on Instagram for a bit after this?
Sure, we can.
Okay. Sir, nobody can talk about an angle that doesn't exist. Sir, nobody even knew who this lady was, including you, sir. Because if you did, you would have spoken about her 4 days ago.
Yeah.
But you keep running with this same clip while complaining about everybody else going with a different angle.
Yeah.
You yourself acknowledge, and I'm going to play that too, because you are irritating my soul now.
And
don't
I don't even
nobody know who the freak this lady is or where her goddamn angle is. No one knows.
And you know what though? In defense of Tatum supposedly showing the video from just one angle, you don't even need to see the other angle to see what the hell the truth is. So come
But he
on.
only showed one angle. How you gonna get mad at Tatum
that's
when
what I'm
you
saying.
had one angle behind you the entire time you were on the bullpen?
Right.
Lying Brian.
It
You
wasn't
also
until
lied, pretended like somebody broke into your car and you somehow ministered to him. And boy,
Sudi, can you please play that video?
and you stayed at the top of you ain't even come down to go talk to him. You sitting there recording from whatever porch you up on.
Can you please find that? Did I send it to you on WhatsApp or it's on his TikTok is where I got it. Okay, while she's finding, let me just tell you. So I didn't even know. Oh, damn, she's got it right here. Okay, so he caught a man breaking into his car. And tell me why. This is what I said to Sudi. What criminal breaks into a car that he's going to show you how close it was, right? And just stands conveniently in shouting distance of you for you to have a come to Jesus meeting with the dude. And then the dude comes into your office for you to pray with them. And you'll see. Just play the video. You'll see.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Because you just broke into my car, stole stuff out of my car. No, it's not no I'm listening to you. It's not no I'm listening to you. You don't break in somebody's car. Excuse me.
He sounds so gay.
It doesn't matter. Go put that back in my car. Bruh, I'm going to tell you right now. Go put that back in my car.
Or what?
And the dude's got shit in bags.
You don't break in somebody's car. Okay.
He said, you already told me that.
Like, I already know where you're standing, you know what I'm saying? So if that's on the level you're at, I'm trying to help you and you help me.
No, you're not helping me, brother, by breaking into my car. Listen, you're not helping me by breaking into my car.
That voice is cracking.
That's fine, but you don't break into somebody's car for their attention. And you were stealing. What were you doing then?
I was trying to get your car. I didn't know the door was going to open.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've had weird situations like that.
That's fine. Go put that back in my car. I can talk. First of all, you don't break in somebody's car and then say, let me talk to you. You like that I'm going to talk to you.
That's what you're doing.
What you do?
It ain't no answer your door.
That man didn't steal nothing.
Are you the one that's breaking these windows over here? All right. All right, we can talk, but you don't do that, man. Say it again. Yeah, whoever's breaking these windows. That's cool, but don't do that again. All right. I'm just saying. Listen, don't do that again.
Yeah, they're having a whole key up in here.
When you put it back in my car, you can come up to my office and we can talk.
I don't care where you stand either.
And then there he is. I prayed for him. I'm sorry, but that looks so staged to me. Because that guy, he, you know damn well Brian ain't gonna run after him. Even if he was right there in front of him, that dude could have ran and been gone and not had to have this conversation.
He stayed on the second floor. He didn't do nothing.
Oh
Pastor Brian
God.
is a little thick. He ain't chasing that old slender man. If that man wanted to run off and dip out, Pastor Brian wouldn't have did nothing.
I'm telling you, even if he was eye level with him, he wouldn't have been able to catch him. That little skinny dude could have ran and been gone with his stuff. I'm
They
sorry.
can't help it. This is why they get moist off of being on the shade room.
This comment, so true. You break it into your car and you get your phone out. That screams you're trying to get a viral moment.
Yeah, he said, "Ooh, let me record this, and then I'm gonna call him into my office and tell him about Jesus." He's a slime ball. All right, we got one more video. This is a Pastor Brian literally admitting.
Wait.
And
no, don't. Before you go into this video, I need you to plug our merch because you know what's going to happen is people are going to leave after you play this. I need you to plug the merch real quick. If you guys want to see this videos, you got to stick around for this shit. Stick
Go
around.
support the merch.
Listen, you heard what Ben said. We have to support one another, you guys. Please buy some merch. Please. Help me, please. Help me, please. Help me, please. So I don't have to be a career criminal like Pastor Brian, or I don't have to like break into cars in the daylight.
Like that guy. And then get prayer afterwards.
That's right. All you got to do is scan that QR code that you see there on your screen. It'll take you straight to our website. If you like the shirt, you can buy the shirt. And
Yes, you
everything goes back to the show. So if you guys want to know how to support us, go to TITM. What is
she
it?
doesn't know the website. I was waiting for you to.
Why did Spotify just pop in my head? Shopify.
Yes. TITMmerch.shopify.com.
I got tongue tied, tongue twisted.
Tongue.
Oh my God. No importa that. Just go on with the video.
So what is your real issue? Your issue ain't got nothing to do with the truth, because apparently I just helped explain the truth that yes, she did walk up. Yes, she did step in front of him. Yes, she did put her hand up on him. Yes, she did, was stopping him from. So everything that people saying from another video, we literally agreed. And still, they in the comments, well, now they changed it. They moved the needle. Oh, well, she had no business being in front of somebody she was afraid of.
No, you didn't, sir. And let me help you out, sir. If you literally, it's not literally, it's literally acknowledged that there was a different angle, then you would have brought that up on the bullpen. But you decided to run with one angle, which paints you as Captain Save-A-Ho. You got all them black women in that comment section on the shade room stroking and licking your balls because you fake stood up for a black woman. So stop lying. If you were honest, then you would tell people, actually, she stepped in front of him. I thought it was something else going on. No, this man is not a racist. No, I'm not going to dox him. This is a situation isolated. It happened, moveon.com. But you decided to make a spectacle out of it. So now you don't get to start bitching like a punk.
Right.
Getting mad because people are treating you like a public figure. You lied.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Lying Brian.
Pastor
How you
Brian's
get caught in the lies? Man, that's some straight criminal shit. You get caught lying and you're like,
still standing by. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's narcissism. You know what? But that's the law of the street right there. That's leftist right there. Protest. Fire? What fire? Everything's peaceful over here. Meanwhile, shit's just blowing up in the background. Flames shooting up in the sky. Buildings collapsing. We're just having a peaceful protest. Ain't nothing going on in the background behind me. What's that? A fire? I don't see no fire. What's that? Violence? A dead body? I don't see no dead body. No, that wasn't a dead body. They were just helping him out. Like that's literally the way of the leftist.
All right, well, we have a video. I'm going to watch this video, find where he stands up against CRT, and I will be posting it to my Instagram later.
Oh
We have a
shit.
video here. He's
Oh
talking
shit.
about school choice. So, Lion Brian, you better hope to God you didn't say shit about CRT in here. I got a big mouth, man.
Is it the full video?
It is the full video.
Oh, send it to me too so I can watch it.
Okay. That young lady should have never been left alone. This is why black men get shot and go to jail. It's another hot take. We'll come back with that next week.
Did you have a good show? We had a good show. You guys like the show? You guys like this type of stuff?
Do you like it?
Do you like it? Do
Let me
you
know.
want more? Hey, we actually, and if any of the parents are still watching or people of the city of Temecula, we want to invite y'all to come on. If you want to come on, shoot us an email at somewhere in the middle USA at gmail.com and let us know if you want to come on or, you know, a group of you want to come on and talk. We also really, really want to talk to the students, not just the students at this particular, because there's TV is one of the schools there, and Chaparral is the other high school. But if any students, with the permission of the parents, want to come on the show, whether you are for the CRT or you're against the CRT, or you have no idea what's going on and you're like, I don't get it, but this is extremely disruptive to my education. Come on the show. We'd love to have you. If you guys want to get a group together, we'd love to have you on the show.
Come on and get on down the road. I don't know why I just thought about that, but
It's
I did.
ease on down the road.
Oh, well, look, I'm black and I've never seen The Wiz, so.
Can you guys believe that? Suni has never seen The Wiz, dude. That is like terrible. But you've seen the original Wizard of Oz?
No, I haven't seen that either.
Oh, okay. Well, then skip straight to The Wiz because that's the better one.
I think I'm just going to watch John Wick 3. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stick to that.
Okay.
Liddell, don't do me in the comment section, okay?
What's Liddell saying? I can't even see the comment section. Can you post everything that everybody's saying so I can see?
Sure, nosy Rosie.
Oh, he's saying what? I know I am nosy. It's killing me inside. It's literally killing me inside that I can't see the comments. You guys have no idea.
It's killing us.
I actually wonder if Brian got permission from that girl's parents. He said that he got permission from her mother. But as a mother, there is no way I would allow my daughter to do that. No way. Because her social media profile was exposed.
Exactly.
And he did that. She didn't do that. We didn't do that. We didn't go and dox her. He did that.
We didn't do nothing. That was a good one. We didn't do nothing. They'll relate to that.
Where's the popo?
Don't judge me, Liddell. I didn't watch The Wiz, all right?
Comments. Give me more than 2 comments. You only gave me 2 and you just
time. Like that's just not. Yeah, like I haven't seen 3 yet. I have to watch John Wick 3 before I watch 4.
Oh shit, there's 4? I thought there was only 3.
I literally just talked to you about John Wick. And
I know,
how
but the whole
4.
time I thought you were talking about 3. I just want y'all to know that she one time said that she loved me and she called me her best friend. So when she rolls her eyes at you, don't get it twisted, okay? She can't live without me. She can't live without me.
Why are you telling my secrets? I'm not telling you anything nice ever again. See, this is what happens when you're nice.
Well, because I have to defend my honor.
Said this. No, you don't. I defend your honor.
She loves me.
Anyways, y'all, we're gonna hop on Instagram just for a little bit and mess around on there, do a little recap, talk about what we talked about here today, because I know a lot of people aren't watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we'll see you over there in a bit. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us. We hope you return next Friday. Also, go to the website. We're going to be having updates. I have been kind of just busy. My kids are on spring break. I haven't had the time to sit back here and do what I was supposed to do throughout the week. I'm telling on myself.
Yeah.
So please don't worry. I'm going to get the shirts updated and add the mugs and everything else to the website. I promise. The kids go back to school Monday.
Yeah.
Do you
And
have
Mo is
anything?
just her support. So whenever she needs me, when she starts working on that, I'll be there for you, sis. I just help come up with the merch. I don't design it. Suni is that person.
Hey, Birdman wanted me to show you this. Said Mo,
Mo.
fix your
What's wrong with my shit?
It's not. It ain't working.
What shit ain't working? Oh, my
Your
keyboard?
mouse and your keyboard.
Okay, but what does this mean when there's a light, but it's not working?
Nothing. The light is on there. Oh my god.
Okay, but there's no lights on my keyboard. See? Whatever.
Take me to the king.
Take us out. Take us out with some music.
That's all I got.
Oh wait, we should sing "I Get So Weak in the Knees."
Wait, let me pull up the lyrics.
Okay, let me. I can't pull up. Oh wait, I can pull them up on my phone. Okay, hold on.
Hold on.
Y'all are about to get a show.
Mo's about to give you a show.
No, Suni's about to give a. We're about to both do a show right now.
Who sings that?
SWV, "Weak in the Knees."
Oh, I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. That one?
Yeah.
Okay. I do not feel good. I can't believe you got me doing this. Can you guys tell I don't feel good?
Wait, should I put some instrumental in the background?
No.
Why not?
I already sang the opening part of it.
Well, no, but I'm saying because we need a little bit.
She wants to do a whole concert. What is wrong with this lady?
No, because what I'm trying to say is we need like when you do karaoke, you know what I mean? No, for real.
I love you guys. Do you love them, Mo?
And my keyboard doesn't work. So look, we just okay, let's go.
I can't freaking hear that.
Put it up on here. Put it up on the screen. I'm gonna send it to you in WhatsApp. This is so. Listen,
you really think I'm about to sing right now? You
no.
Another thing coming.
Put the instrumental up. Put the instrumental up that I'm sending you on WhatsApp.
Are you gonna sing it?
Yeah.
Okay, Mo's gonna sing it. Let's go.
But play the exact one. No, you're gonna sing it with me. We're gonna harmonize. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just pull it up. Does this one have the lyrics? Oh shit.
This lady is really she said harmonize.
Oh wait, hold up. I think I need to send you the karaoke version.
Keep it rocking to the next episode.
So that we have the lyrics up on the screen. All right, we're about to do. Dude, this might turn into a segment though. This might actually turn into something.
It will not.
Suni. Okay, I can't see what the comments say, but if y'all want to see a Suni and Mo karaoke hour, sound off in the comments. I even gotta have a mic in my hand.
Oh my god. Go.
Know what it is that you've done to me. Come on, Suni. Come on. But it's causing me act in such a crazy way. Come on.
Whatever it is that you do when you do what you do.
Come on.
It's a feeling I want to stay.
Hey, let's go.
Come on.
Because my heart starts beating triple time with thoughts of Suni Flakes on my mind. I can't figure out just what to do. Come on. The problem
Ready? You're supposed to harmonize.
Oh, then start it.
I don't know this part. It's not a phase. I want you to stay with me by my side. I follow. Come on.
I'm singing. You're off, man. You're My favorite part was
What?
coming up. And you
That's
just
your-
cut
okay.
me off. This was my moment.
Are you?
You know what? Forget it.
This is what
Forget it.
happens when you do this with Mo. You both have the voice of an angel.
Do it. Oh, they want the Ed Benz outro. Hold on.
You ready?
See, I knew I was gonna need these.
I'll do the
props.
rap. You do this. You do the face. I'll do the rap.
I knew I was gonna need these props.
Thank you guys for watching Somewhere in the Middle with Suni and Mo Friday Night Live.
Yo, it's M Benz coming to you like a friend's. Dude, but you know what? It's not the same. Let me tell you why it's not the same. Because I need like my screen to be doing like circles and shit, and me looking all warped and shit. I wish we could do something.
Just say I'm a big hit and you're a big it.
I'm a big hit and you're a big hit. I gotta talk like her.
Spaghetti on the sweater. Amaretta.
What else? Dude, her shit don't make no sense. Okay. Her shit don't make no sense. That's why we can't even do it. Cause I can't.
The light defined feminine energy.
I was about to say something ignorant about some drug use, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there because it got me in trouble.
Oh God. Brock, didn't you guys say that she was on meth?
Didn't you
Barack.
guys say that she was a drug addict? I mean, that's wrong, Suni. That's
just
really
going
wrong for
too
you to just
far.
go ahead and say all that stuff.
You know?
Damn it.
You know? All right, y'all.
Dude,
Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you on Instagram.
Bye, guys. Fix your weave, M Benz.
Fingers